Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Mandem Talk. I think this is the first one of the year, I believe. I think it is. I don't know. Maybe it's not. But big up to everyone locked in. 2026 has started off with a big, big bang. We're here to talk about it all. We're here with the brothers. The brothers also will be coming in. Rants, Texino, all the Mandem will be here soon. But Marcel, man, how are you, man? Good to see you, bro. Hope you had a good Christmas. Good New Year, first and foremost.
Yeah, Happy New Year to everyone as well, man. Big up the chat as well. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas as well. Obviously, family time, all those kind of things. There's that time of year. But obviously, the performances have been not so good when it comes to talking about Man United. But yeah, I've been good, man.
Yeah, come on, bro. Big up to you, man. Big up to you. Everyone say you're looking like heaven, man. I can't lie. You might have to rebrand and that. You know what I mean? Man, like heaven and that. Big up to you, bro. Leon, man, good to see you as well, man. How was your New Year's, Christmas? All good?
Yeah, man, everything good, man. Just nice to take. I don't know. I'm not a big put my life on pause for 2 weeks kind of guy in it. But yeah, man, we just do a couple of days chill and then we're back to it, man. Do you know what I mean? So we got a lot of things changed though. Finally, we've got some changes, but we're here.
Bro, we're here. We're definitely here, bro. You get me? Big up to you. And obviously, Rants is in the building as well, man. You get me? Big shift today. What are you saying, bro?
Yeah, man. No, man. Big up the panel, man. Big up the chat. A lot to catch up on, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. Marcel, obviously, I'll get you and your Leon's opinion. How you feeling, man, with all of these changes? I know we spoke on the voice notes and that, but how you feeling, man? Are you feeling positive about the club right now? Do you feel like a bit dejected? You feel good? Talk to me. How you feeling?
I'm positive because, you know, it's a new manager and hopefully a manager that can maybe bring a successful style of football to the club for a long period of time. You know, when the manager change, that happens. But initially I felt lied to, you know, especially when I think about, you know, someone like Nuruddin from the part of the Mandem, like that speaks a lot about Ineos, the board, that kind of outlook on Manchester United. Instantly, I think back to like how he's been trying to speak on Ineos and how the football clubs run as a whole and just say, you know what, this is just all a load of rubbish and they're not really the best in class. They're not really able to make good decisions and the club's rotten, you know. So when you think about that, it kind of put it back into perspective for me because initially I was a bit upset because I want to see a manager stay at the club and be able to really implement his system and it progress from there. But as everyone's always been saying, they need to show something first. You know, they do need to be able to produce a period of time where there's a reason why we're going to give them this money. There's a reason why we're going to keep them on for the next season to try and go forward for trophies and things. So annoyed that he's gone, because I think there's a period where we have to kind of suffer, I guess, to catch up to the best teams in the league at their level. 6 years of building, 8 years of building. You kind of have to suffer, and you're not really going to be able to compete, winning the leagues or those kind of things. But it is what it is, man. The period of being a manager, or the time that you have in office, is just getting shorter and shorter at this club. It's what it's looking like. The patience, whether it's and the pressure to make the right decisions in the boardroom level is getting more difficult. I know a lot of people, I've been seeing a lot of people saying, they don't really want to support the club right now, or they're feeling down about the club. They're desensitized by the whole thing. It's a difficult time to be a Man United fan right now, but I'm fine. I'm definitely still positive, because a new manager, hopefully an attacking style of football. I know people have been speaking about Ole, which is quite interesting, but second time maybe lucky. That overlap interview, I think it was with Gary Neville. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was. I watched
it. But about him talking about taking the next step and playing from the halfway line. Maybe he's got a few more creative players now. Maybe he can, bring that to fruition, and hopefully that can benefit us, playing from the halfway line, playing more of attacking style of football, because towards the end of his tenure, I was kind of bored with that defensive counter-attacking style. That's not a style that I really liked. And obviously I like Ten Hag, and even I thought Ruben was be able to kind of produce a more attacking style of football. Obviously at their previous clubs, they were doing well, but to bring it to the Prem, it's such a difficult task. And all the managers, we're just seeing this consistent cycle of managers getting sacked, especially over the longer term, the 13 years and all them kind of. So it's a bit up and down, but I'm still positive, because once the new manager comes in, he can look at the players and hopefully has, I think what we learned as well was that there is a manager out there, or I felt to myself, there is a manager out there that can use these players better than what Ruben was doing, for sure. So for me, it's just one of them ones where it came a point where you had to go, but the next manager I'm ready to back.
Yeah, absolutely. Leon, how are you feeling, bro? I mean,
that was that. Do you know what, Marcel? That started so. I had to stop for a second. I thought, yo, what? Marcel was literally on the same wave, and then it kind of went. It did, and it went in and out and rare-to-tear. But no, big up. You always have your own opinion. I think that there's still an acceptance. Football's changed, bro. Let's be real. Like, you don't get time in office no more. Neither should you deserve time, full stop. Like, let's just be real with it. Do you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, yeah, I agree with what you're saying in regards to he'll do better with other players. The other side, I don't know. I don't think it's that hard. I don't think we're that far away from what we think we are. Like, look at the league right now. We could literally step straight into top 4, build on that, maybe top 4 next season, and then go challenge the season after that. I don't think it's that hard. I'll be honest with you. I think the league's shit. It's rubbish.
Fact. I agree.
It's rubbish. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's be honest. If we win 3 games now, we'll be sitting comfortably in top 4. Do you know what I mean? If we win 60% of the games, we'll probably sneak into top 5, top 4. It's not really that hard. Years ago, you had to go a proper run. So we just goes back to the last 13 years. We had one coach in 13 years. Just simplify it for me. Like, one coach, 13 years, no other coaches. It's the way I look at it. Everyone else vibes or ideologies that didn't work. Do you know what I mean? We've been bamboozled with the last 2 guys. Do you know what I mean? I do feel like Eric Ten Hag gave a lot of people PTSD, you including Marcel. It was like, made you believe that it's some long system and rah, and I stepped out of that and I was like, nah, man, I've been lied to. Do you know what I mean? Like, a girl can sell you dreams, bro. She can say she's going to be this, she's going to be that, but what actually is she? You understand? Sometimes that's the way I look at it. So yeah, like, I just feel like it's very simple. Let these players express themselves, do smart decisions. Like, look what Fletcher did yesterday. He just literally put more attacking players on.
That's it.
And he just played the right players in the right positions. It's not, honestly, I swear to God, yeah, one of us could have done that yesterday. No disrespect, but like, we could have done better than Amrin yesterday. Do you know what I mean? No coaching badge, nothing's going to tell me. I don't know. I think too logical in it, but that's the way I think, Saeed, and it's just simple shit. So yeah,
simplify it. Simplify what you're doing. And I think us bringing on defender instead of bringing on Shea Lacey, tell him to attack. I mean, we could have done that. We would have won more games, but again,
exactly, yeah.
It only becomes logical though when you are not stubborn and you are not thinking about your system, the system. You know what I mean? Like, let's be honest, bro. You were so caught up in that. And I think sometimes when you're that stubborn, bro, you're just not gonna be able to succeed.
Yeah.
We did it with Ten Hag. He was stubborn, didn't succeed. Like, as much as I say, like, people say, "Oh, Man United is a problem," but what about the managers being a problem? What about them?
But two things can be right. Here's the thing.
Yeah,
United is a problem,
right.
but I can't be bothered to bang on about it while the board's still here. I don't want to say every single day, 365 for the next 5 years, Ineos out, Ineos out, Ineos out. I know it. We all know it. Do you know what I mean? They should not be here. We should have a full sale. We should reset, blah, 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 blah. But what in life, what you want something to be and what it actually is two different things. My thing is this year, the managers, I've said it from the start, yeah. A manager can still win the odd occasional league and consistently finish in the top 4 with how bad the ownership is right now. He's got the right amount of recruitment. Yeah. He can win the right amount of games. He just got to do the right things. The last 2 managers, we just have to accept that they came from other leagues. They had other ideas. To be honest with you, they managed very good teams that would win most of their games anyway. That would win 50, 60% of their games anyway. Do you know what I mean? Sporting and Ajax will win majority of their games all season because the caliber of teams they play against, over half of them are not that good. Let's just be real now, yeah? They come to the Premier League, they're trying to invent a wheel that doesn't make any sense, and they just failed. Do you know what I mean? And then they tried to tell us that because they didn't have 11 players in 11 positions, but then we're watching lower league teams like a Bournemouth or not even a Newcastle, like Brighton are different, innit? Like
Brentford around 5.
Yeah, Burnley, everybody like play better football with players that are not as good. So you play better football, like you will literally win 60%, 70% of your games. And like even yesterday, look at Sesko, like he just crossed the ball in earlier. Simple shit, man.
Yeah, yeah.
So are you talking about wanting a different type of manager? What are you trying to say there?
My thing is this:
we've had Mourinho before, we've had David Moyes before, and Louis van Gaal. So I think you know what it is now. It's like the lack of world-class managers. We haven't had many world-class managers.
I understand.
We've tried a foreign manager, like a new kind of hipster in Ten Hag and Ruben, you could say, all that just up and coming. They're just starting to get on the ladder and do well. And then you've had Louis van Gaal, who's a proper world-class manager. Mourinho, that's it. The others are kind of just like trialists, you know.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is this year, there's a rule in business, top 20, bottom 20, they say, like, where it's like, if you raise the bottom 20% of your company and the top 20%, the whole thing shifts. Do you know what I mean? Even from an income point of view, performance point of view, whatever, yeah? The foundation right now and the ceiling and the expectation for most United fans is so far in the gutter, it's unbelievable. That foundation needs to be where the wheels fall off the vehicle, probably 6th or 7th. That's the worst case scenario we should ever be in. We should never be in 15th. We shouldn't be losing finals in the way we do against Tottenham, where they didn't really put up a fight or anything. We should be getting them because we was anyway. Like Ollie, people say Ollie wasn't good enough, but Ollie was doing 10 times better than what Amorim was doing. Was scoring 10 times the amount of goals Amorim was, and was breezing it to finals. So it's like the answer to your question, Marcel, is like we just have to have a base level of a coach. And Mandem laughed at me when I said Gary O'Neill would manage this team better than most managers and stuff like that, because that's the base level. It's the base level here. And then when you get another coach on top of that, so we need to take that first step, stay there, and then anything above that is what we go and find them world-class managers that you're talking about.
Yeah, I agree.
That's my opinion. So
yeah. Big up Staffy as well, who's joined us here. This is the latest anyway on the managerial situation right now. Is that Rob Dawson from the Sky says it's increasingly unlikely that Ole Gunnar Solskjær and Michael Carrick will be asked to work together in an interim role at Man United for the rest of the season. It seems that Man United bosses consider both as natural number ones. Obviously, we were kind of discussing it, you know what I mean, on Rants' show. Like, Carrick's probably thinking, this is my time now. You know what I mean? Like, yo, Ole, you've had your time, bro. You know what I mean? And I want my time. You know what I'm trying to say? But I think for me, this interim, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'd give it to Carrick, man. I think a lot of people are gonna think Ole's gonna be this. It's gonna be all rosy, it's gonna be all smiley, and we're gonna get, you know, Ole's at the wheel songs. Even the Ole at the wheel song ain't really looking promising right now. I can't lie, I've been trying to remix it, bro. And even like, you know what I mean, but it's not looking great right now. Half of the fan base don't like Manu now for some reason. It's kind of mad. I mean, it's like it's I just don't think Ole right now hits the same as what it was. I think Carrick now, this is his time, this is his moment for really, really bring a bit of control, a bit of understanding. And I'm not gonna lie to you, what he did at Middlesbrough was far better than what Ole did at Cardiff. He got relegated at Cardiff. Even Besiktas not been well. Like since Ollie's left United, I don't think he's been in a good position. Whereas Carrick went to Middlesbrough, was looking very good. Semi-final in the Carabao Cup. You know, he was developing young players like Morgan Rogers and them, man. Like, he's actually doing well.
So let me ask you a question, yeah? What's Carrick like? I'm more interested. I like that, yeah, what you're saying. I agree. What's he like as a person? Because I just want someone that doesn't get lost in the fantasism of what the fans and everyone, do you know what I mean? Like people singing his name.
Proper level-headed, though.
There you go.
Proper level-headed. Like, I saw a video of him. I think, who was it? Was it him and some other guy? And they were watching the United game. I can't remember. And like fans were getting onto them for not celebrating the goal.
Yeah, I seen that.
Him and Scholes or something.
Him and Owen. Yeah, him and Owen.
Yeah. And it's like Carrick's just a chilled guy, bro.
He just don't give a shit. Just does his thing.
Like no watch the game, and he'll be like, yeah, this is good, but you don't get too carried away. Do you know
That's what I need.
Around and doing foolishness. I feel like Michael Carrick would be the right guy in terms of his temperament, in terms of his tactical nous, and he fits the profile because he's young and he's had a good career as a player, so he'll get the respect also of the players in the dressing room as well, man. I think he ticks all the boxes needed for a short-term manager because the market in the summer could be mad, you know. We get Champions League, Enrique's about, De Zerbi looks like he's not going to win the league now, so he could be about, do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's murmurs of Nagelsmann because of Vivell. Yes. To be about after. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not interested in Tuchel, but I think he ain't going to do nothing with England, so he might be about. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Glasner's going to be free. Iriola's free. And
that's crazy still. That's mad options.
Fulham's free, even though I don't want him. But the market in the summer looks decent, bro.
Tasty. Yep.
So what position will we be in by then? By the summer, what position will we be in?
Well, that's the thing. Do you know what?
Champions League, then you can honestly.
Yeah, the managers will come to you. The managers will come to you.
Talk to someone like Enrique. Without Champions League, you can't call Enrique.
Can't get them, yeah. My thing is this as well, yeah?
Yeah.
If Carrick's clever, you go, right, I'll take this thing for 5 months. I'll get them in the Champions League and then I'll go get in a better job than Middlesbrough.
Facts. Or
well,
maybe
went and come and took the Man United job and then went and got another Premier League job off the back of that. Carrick can easily get another Premier League job 100%. Off the back of if he does well for Man United.
100%. Like Kieran McKenna. Bro, there was a point where Kieran McKenna was getting linked to Man United, then got himself, a bumper contract Ipswich. Did you see the contract he got at Ipswich? Got a fat contract, Ipswich, And now, I can't lie to you, man. I think Ipswich are not doing that great in the Championship. I think they might be doing all right.
For something.
Are they third or fourth? But still, like, in the way that...
playoff places. So
yeah, they're in the playoff. Okay, they're not doing too bad. But I'm saying now, the name is not on everyone's lips anymore. Beforehand, it was on...
He was linked with Chelsea as well, remember?
Yeah, I remember with Chelsea as well.
Yeah, no one's really mentioning him now. And I've seen Carrick's been linked loosely with West Ham as well because Nuno's going to get sacked. Yeah. So, and obviously he played for West Ham. So, honestly, like, if he did get the interim job, I think it does his CV really well. If he gets us Champions League, he can get another Premier League job in the summer.
You know what? I'm interested as well. Yeah, Marcel, what do you think? Are you still like, I want a main guy now for years? To like, are you still in that mindset? Or have you switched a bit? Yeah, you still want some. Yeah.
And I want Champions League, and I want the expectation to be Champions League. This season.
What? No. Do you want the main guy like right now, or you like wait till the end of the season then do it in summer?
Oh, right now, because it was interesting what Rants is saying because the market's open, but then the transfer market's not open in the summer. Like, I think it's going to be very hard to bring in talent and all the talent, depending on how they perform in the World Cup. It's an extra 10 million on top, 20 million on top, So I think it's going to be a very difficult market for the manager coming in and a shorter pre-season as well, I think. So it is interesting, Rants, that you're saying, there's a plenty of managers and they're good ones and some in the Premier League doing well now, by the way. So I think there's good options and positive football as well. But
what you can do, though?
Go on.
Sorry to cut you off, but you can get a pre-agreement in before the World Cup. Yeah,
that's true.
And then maybe the manager who's going to be at the World Cup can watch a few Man United games before that. You see how Erik ten Hag was watching?
That's what we did with Louis van Gaal. Remember?
Yeah, Louis van Gaal. Yeah, remember?
We signed him, and then he came after the World Cup.
But he didn't like it, though, did he? When he came and said, "Yo, what are you talking about? I'm not linked with no Man United job." No, he cussed them reporters, man. I was moving mad that World Cup.
He's just one of them people. Don't talk my business, innit? I hear it.
Yeah, bro. He was moving mad, man. But it's right though. Like, I get where Marcel's coming from. Like, it's a short window, but that's why I believe United are going to go and get the the option that makes sense, like a Glasner, like a De Zerbi, someone that's not going to be basically prioritizing the World Cup as such, and it's fixated on the World Cup, because then you got to wait until when for a pre-season,
like proper pre-season,
and that's crazy, bro. Then you've only got what a month, less than a month with the players.
I think so, yeah.
That's a very
so long term, Marcel. Are you like, would you prefer to do what Chelsea are doing, sign someone up to long time and ready to, or are you just like, nah, prove something to me, maybe a year or two, then go on? Like, what do you think?
Everyone, the Mandem's been trying to change my mindset in terms of how we deal with the managers. Always sack until they show you something. So I've got that bit of until they show you something, then they deserve the next season. But I always believed that there was a process to suffer for a period so that the players can get up to speed with the system, and then we can start up-regulating and changing players and upgrading the quality of players to like the first, second Champions League winning type players. But there's a bit that everyone says, Leon, where it's like they need to show us something first so that we can keep investing in them and keep them 3, 4, 5 years. So I'm kind of in the balance a little bit with that. But for me, I would like them to bring that manager for the 20 years, please. And that's just how that's what I've always
20 years.
20 years.
Well,
That's
20 years, but as long as
You just
possible.
want
10 years.
okay.
The modern day is 10 years now, maybe, because I think Pep's here for 10, and Klopp's been there for like 6 or 7. Arteta 6 or 7.
No, but the
So just
average,
long enough to
the
build.
average time
I
for
was
a
going to say,
manager,
but that's the minority.
13 months. It's 13 months factually. That's the average for a manager. So all these other guys are anomalies. Arteta's an anomaly, Klopp's an anomaly, and you only really see that when guys are being successful. I'd go as far as saying that Arteta is a super anomaly, because no manager keeps their job for that long without winning for so long. Do you know?
That's true.
What
That's
he's
true.
got, everyone wishes they had it, bro, because he shouldn't have it. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't win one trophy in 7 seasons and keep your job, bro, at any club that is supposed to be a top club.
I'll be real. I don't want some brother that always finishes second and is here for ages. I'm not interested in that. For me. I don't want that.
No, I agree with both of you. But
United would get a statue for that manager. United fans will build a statue for that manager.
I think if he ends up winning, if Arteta ends up winning the league, and maybe 2 or 3 in the next 3 years or so, then it's a different type of conversation that we're looking at. And if he keeps arriving in and around the Champions League semi-finals, it's a different conversation we're looking at. And it was worth that time Arsenal being patient. But I think we definitely need a top quality, and it needs to be a world-class manager that can handle the players, that can demand, and that's accustomed to the demands of winning every single week in the Premier League.
Before I bring in Staffy and Rhino, there's some news about Xavi. He said he's ready and would love to work in the Premier League one day. He'll be very open to that opportunity, but at the moment, I'm not aware of anything advanced or concrete with Man United. That's coming from Fabrizio. I mean, would you class Xavi as a world-class manager? Would anyone class Xavi as a world-class manager? I think, is it too early? Maybe.
Yeah, he's not proven in other leagues, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Xavi would command that, I think, that respect and that aura. You feel me? Like, Xavi, one of the best players we've ever seen. You know what I mean? And for you to like be like, yo, like, you ain't gonna learn under Xavi, it's a bit mad. You feel me? But Staffy, what are you saying, bro? How you feeling?
First of all, big up everyone. Marcel, it's been a while. Hope you're doing well. Right. Leon, it's been a while as well. Hope you're doing well. Big up Rants. Big up Rhino. I see there's a certain person not here again. Faz. I saw. I don't know what was going on Saeed's stream yesterday. I tuned in and it looked like an episode of Monday Night Raw. Saeed was about to put him through the table, bro. I didn't know what was going on.
I had to deal with him, bro. He tried to come on my gaff and try and make orders and that, bro, saying, yo, Amrin would have won today. I said, yo, man, relax yourself.
Listen, bro. You know what you guys need to do to him? You and Nordin, you need to arrest him like that Venezuelan president, bro. You just need to you need to go to his house at night and just abduct him. And that's it. And don't say nothing. Just don't say nothing.
It's crazy. I'm telling you.
But what are we saying, bro? I mean, listen, we played a game yesterday. We're talking about managers. There's a lot of conversations to be had. So what exactly are we talking about here?
You know, for me, it's the next step, really. Like, you know what I mean? Is it gonna be Ollie? Is it gonna be Carrick? That's what I believe right now it's gonna be. Like, that's the conversation. For me, it looks like they're undecided because I'm not gonna lie to you. Carrick doesn't want to be number 2, and Ollie wants to be there because he'll run at anything. You get me? No disrespect on that. It's who do we think should be getting the job next, and whether Ineos have got a plan. That's the question.
between the two, first of all, I'm not a big fan of the Ole idea. Yeah. And it's mainly because he's an ex-manager. And I'm a strong believer if you don't go back to your ex. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about what self-improvement happened since the last time you guys were together, whatever. Just don't go back to your ex. There's a reason why things didn't work out the first time. It's never a good thing. And you know what they always say? History tends to repeat itself. So if he got sacked once, most likely he got sacked again. Now, I understand he's only an interim if he comes in, but there's a reason why we sacked him, and it was because he wasn't good enough. Now, are we saying was he worse than Amarim? Of course not. Was he arguably better than Ten Hag? Maybe, yeah, you can have these conversations, but it just opens a can of worms that I don't want to entertain. I don't want to be sitting here in 6 months after having maybe a good run in the league and finishing top 4, which I still think the squad is capable of, regardless of the manager, and that's been my stance for months. I don't want us to all of a sudden start saying, look at this, we finished top 4 because of him, let's give him the job. We already seen how Rio Ferdinand acted. We already seen how a lot of people acted the first time. There will be a tendency for it to happen again. Now, when it comes to Carrick, I'm asking you guys this, and I'm asking the panel this. Over the last, 4 years, because I think we sacked him, 3-4 years ago? In the last 3 or 4 years, who has done better as a manager in their career between Ole and Carrick? Because I saw Ole for the most of the 3 to 4 years being out of a job, and when I got picked up, he went to Besiktas, spent less than a year there. I think he had a losing record and eventually got sacked. So there's nothing really that changed much for when it comes to Ole as a manager since we sacked him. He didn't go and take on some big job and then prove himself. He didn't prove the club wrong. He didn't go to Barcelona and win a league or whatever. None of that happened. So there's no new evidence to go off of and say, you know what, he's a better manager now than he was a few years ago. You look at Carrick. Carrick has gained a lot of experience. He went to the Middlesbrough job. You mentioned, you already talked about it, Saeed. You talked about the players that he's developed, the job he's done with them, the playoffs, the what's it called? What was it? The semifinal of the FA Cup, or was it the League Cup? I forgot.
Carabao Cup.
For a squad of that, I mean, a small squad like that, like the one he was managing, that was a good accomplishment. Plus, he was playing good football. If I'm gonna go off just those two, I'm gonna go off the guy who just had a more successful last 3-4 years in terms of development, in terms of coaching, in terms of just improving as a coach in general, if that's what I was going to go by. Ole, to me, listen, good guy. I actually love Ole. Good guy, gets the club. I think he would galvanize the fans again. I think the vibes would be good at the stadium. I think he would generally get us top 4. So if you want to go by that, I do believe he would get us top 4. I just don't want to open that can of worms. I don't want to go into that knowing there will be a conversation in about 5 months if we should give him the job again. Because as I said to you, history always repeats itself. Politics teaches you that, history teaches you that, and football definitely teaches you that. So just for that reason, I would 100% go over Carrick. I would go Carrick over Ole.
Staffy, I was just about to say that, you know. I was like, how would they try propaganda that? Because I don't trust these lot, innit? How would they try propaganda the thing like? Do you think there's a chance they would do that, or...
Did you see the news today, Leon? They're saying now they're trying to maybe slow down with the decision of hiring Ole or whatever because they're impressed by what Fletcher did. Fletcher managed 1 game.
I don't even think it's that, bro. I think that Michael Carrick here has impressed them and it's thrown a spanner in the works because they were talking about Carrick coming in with Ole, and now they're saying that they see Carrick as a standalone appointment and they don't see him as a number 2. They see both as number 1s. So I think that they were probably going to offer Carrick the number 2, and then they've seen, hold on, maybe Carrick can do this number 1 thing. So
it should be the other way around. If you want to give Ole a job, make him the number 2 to Carrick. Not the other way around.
Yeah, Ole is a number 1, innit? How does Ole do that? Number 2 with Jose. Do you know what I'm saying? So Carrick can do number 2, and he done number 2 with Ole before. Imagine you're telling the guy that was your number 2, now you're his number 2. It's all a bit nice, mad. You can't do that. Do you know what I mean?
What are the chances of them trying the Carrick thing then when they go, yes, Musa, big up? What are the chances of them doing
bro? I think should get arrested.
No, but Rants, I'm saying, what are the chances that they go, they try to spin the Carrick thing to us rather than going and getting another guy? What do you reckon past the 5 months? Or are you happy for him to prove something and then come in as 4? What do you think? No?
I would hope not, but
I'm saying short. I'm saying till the end of the season, done. No more. That's all I'm saying.
But if we do well, like like what Staffy's saying, is the conversations are going to end up being, are we going to keep him? Should we keep him?
No way, no chance.
I'm not feeling that.
No, exactly. Saeed's right.
What would you do, Marcel,
want...
in 5 months if that happens? That conversation that you just mentioned.
Marcel, I reckon you get sucked in and want him to stay.
You get
I would be in all of the hysteria about it, thinking, you know what, he's been doing well. He's got a 10-game win streak or whatever it is, whatever the nonsense is, and he's got us top 4. Why not offer him? But I wouldn't want to even visit that set of conversations. Get me the world-class manager now in this season, so we can look at the players, because it's not a write-off season, because I think that
no way.
But it's like he needs to look at the players now. We're not going to have a preseason. There's no preseason this year, and there's no real, proper a long period in the transfer market. It's just not going to happen this year. Even
Gary Neville, and he's Ollie's boy, even he said he doesn't support the idea of Ollie becoming.
Gary Neville's an idiot, though. Come on, you can't.
Listen, I don't agree with Gary Neville. But they tried to press him on the Sky Sports yesterday. They said to him, "Yo, if Ollie did well, would you want him to be the number one?" And he said no. He said, "Well, United need a world-class manager. United need a proper manager." So even he's realized, we can't play around with them games. So if he's saying it, and that's his boy.
But either one, though, I think Ollie's got less chance of getting the permanent job compared to Carrick. If Ollie comes in, he's not getting a permanent job. They will not give Ollie that job. But if Carrick comes in, then that's a different story. Because Carrick is a young manager. Maybe. He hasn't had... he's obviously Carrick has got more chance of getting the job. We've seen the story with Ollie again, so most people won't accept it. But Carrick now...
Carrick is kind of Arteta-esque, innit? Like,
this is what I was about to say. The biggest problem, I said to you, Saeed, on the Straight Jacket podcast, the biggest problem in the league is Mikel Arteta, because he's not that good of a manager. So when clubs appoint managers, they compare him to Mikel Arteta. Is this manager on par with Arteta? Can he do what Arteta did? And because of that, it keeps managers in a job. Because he's not that... What? No, he's not like... Arteta's what? He's not even in the top 2 managers in the league, or even top 3.
But yeah,
so when you look at Unai Emery, you look at Pep, you look at my man that actually won the league in his first season at Liverpool. Yes, Slot. You can't start talking about my man's better than them. So he's what? He's what? 4th best in the league. So if he's 4th best in the league and he's done the job that he's done at Arsenal, and then Carrick comes in and he steadies the ship, and he's got players playing for him, and we're playing good football, of course they're going to say, look, 18 months. Remember, like Rants said earlier, the lifespan's 18 months. It can be a lot worse.
Actually,
you know what I'm saying?
Bro, Blackpool's got a fucking European title and an FA Cup with and he's got an FA Cup with Crystal Palace, bro, and he's been there 5 minutes.
And this is what I'm saying. So it can be a lot worse for them, because like all of us want Champions League football, and I keep on saying it. You know what? I'm not really fussed about the next appointment. We just need Champions League football, and we need to be in that Champions League for about 2 seasons in a row, and we need to start playing good football. I'm not really too fussed, but I do think that, because I don't think the next manager gets more than 2 years at Man United, but I'm just hoping whoever does come through the door steadies the ship, gets us playing good football, because we've actually got good players this time around. We didn't have good players before. And if he steadies the ship and gets us top 4, 2 seasons in a row, and we're playing good football, you just see him out. He doesn't have to stay in the job. Then you go and get someone who's just a real, first season, hit the ground running manager and takes you to the next level.
Musa, what are we saying? Emery, yeah?
Emery, I'm down for Emery right now.
I don't know if he would want to join. I think he's crusty at Aston Villa.
No,
but what I will say,
no more managers. Don't speak English properly, bro. I'm sorry.
The word Kushti and Aston Villa, it doesn't even go together.
Yeah, he's set.
Man's never Kushti in Birmingham, bro. Man's never Kushti. It's never that. It's always rough.
But what I'm saying though, I think what Jim Ratcliffe said though about Arteta and all that, it's gone out the window now. He can't say anything more about Arteta. He just sacked the manager that he said he would give 3 years to. So really and truly, I think that what you're saying about Arteta being an example now, he's just basically sacked.
But did they sack the manager or based on his performances and being 3 points off the top 4 and climbing up the table by 10 positions from finishing 15th? Was that the reason they sacked him, or is it because he put him on blast? Because if my man don't put their man on blast, he's still in the job. Their man are shook. They're not getting rid of no one. They're not sacking him because he's 3 points off top 4 and you know, he's making it work while demanding my African Cups of Nations. They ain't got, brother, he's not going anywhere, Saeed. If he doesn't come out and realize, if I don't talk smack, because he's most probably had talkings behind closed doors, and they've made clear to him what the red line is. And my man jumped straight over the red line in front of everybody because he knew he was going to get sacked. And this is why Wilcox is coming in, telling the squad, you know, we don't know why he wanted to leave. That's what was reported. So my man jumped, he bungee jumped over the thing with no safety net, and he just jumped head first, and that's what happened. So I think if Amrin doesn't say what he says, Amrin's still in the job. We're sitting there, and nothing ain't changed, and they were going to let him see out the season. So I don't believe Ineos, man.
No, but I'm not saying I believe Ineos, but I'm just saying, like, if you're going to...
Yo, Saeed, stop propagating, man. I've had to jump on. I'm in my bed. I'm ill. I've had to listen to a lot of waffle. And the reason why I'm jumping on, because the vanity project of Ineos has failed, and now they're waffling to you guys, and now you're buying it. So let's get the facts straight, yeah? Omar fucking Potato and that Weetabix Wilcox, yeah, are in fucking charge. They call the shots, yeah? And they are picking, so what coach do you want? If you want to sell some sort of dreams, what coach do we want? A coach who has to be subservient to those two. They need a subservient. That's why Ollie is at the wheel, is running it again, right? And whatever Carrick is, they need somebody they can bully and slap around. One thing about Amorim, you know I never wanted my guy, yeah? And I told United fan base about what my guy was about. Vacates the midfield, doesn't respect the Premier League, doesn't know anything about the midfield. Clueless. Guy just come to get paid. You know, I'll never forget his first interview. It's Manchester United. I didn't want to come, but it's Manchester. You know what? What is Manchester United is that when I get sacked, I get paid, right? 100 mil they paid, right? Manchester United in the last 13 years for managers, right, and their staff, over 100 million. Ineos alone, Saeed. Look what they've done to this football club. The chaos. So this about giving it the benefit of the doubt. Hold tight MC Musa, mate. Musa telling it, jump. Don't ever stop with a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Yes, jump. That's what they fucking did. That's what he did to get paid. He jumped and got paid 10 million, mate. And his West Ham staff will get paid as well. So let's get the facts right. Everybody's getting giddy about Enrique. Everybody's getting giddy even about Good Evening. Everybody's getting giddy about this manager, that manager. You know how they will never go for any of those guys? Because those guys will tell it as it is. And say what you want about Amorim. And I've said a lot about that guy because that guy was fake, mate. He could never have had a Manchester United job. But one thing I would say, he died on his sword and he walked away with his principles. You know why?
I don't
Let me finish. Let me finish. When they said to him, yeah, we can sign some players and this and that, and we're in for Semenyo and all of that, my guy stuck to the script. You know what he did? He stuck to the script and said, yeah, I might have to change. I always said that I'm going to change and we not have that money. And you know what? Semenyo money. Semenyo said, no, thank you. Right? I'm going to go to City. He was like, I need to spend that money and I want midfielders and these players and I want to get some players in. Now, you guys are legitimate and anybody has a legitimate grievance to say, actually, you've been shit, mate. We're not going to trust you with some of the money, right? So we're not going to give you any money. But at least from his point of view, separate the two, right? Anybody could say, listen, you didn't even deserve fucking Semenya anyway. You know what I mean? With the way you're going on. But Ineos told us he's getting 3 years or he's getting this, he's getting that. We knew all of that was a waffle, right? Ineos are a circus. The sooner you know it, the better it is, people. Because look at the amount of money they spent sacking people and hiring people. It's embarrassing. I said this is a comedy club. It's a Netflix special, right? Years ago, I coined it. I said this is a comedy club. Now, it's getting more even tragic. So what they're looking for, whoever the interim is, they're looking for a subservient coach who's going to listen to what they say, who's going to toe the party line. And Solskjær sounds, because Solskjær was a Glazer puppet, and Ineos now are like, how do we bring back? You heard those Muppets last night. It's the best away fans in the world, United fans. They're all singing, absolute fucking clowns. I'm singing about Carrick, right?
Stadium was quiet.
Listen, so I don't mind, but let's tell it as it is. Enrique, De Zerbi. Why do you think De Zerbi said, nah, Why do you think Tuchel said nah the first time? Because Ineos want this model where the two pricks, City guys want to be in charge, and Jim wants to be able to ring you on a normal Tuesday day and say, "How would you fancy changing your system?" I'm like, "What the fuck do you know about football?" At ringing me, asking me.
Is there a world class subservient coach?
No, there is. They don't go together because you know why? You know why, Marcel? Subservient and world class don't go together, King. They don't go together because you have to believe, you have to have a certain level of belief in your identity and ideas. And the thing about it is that because we've got cowards who are in charge of the football structure, they'll be threatened by a world-class guy. They want just a guy who's going to keep it ticking. And Musa, you're 100 million% spot on. Amorim didn't get sacked up because of what he did against Spurs or finishing 15th last season or losing to Everton or, drawing with Wolves. He didn't get sacked for any of those reasons. He got sacked because he said, do your job, Bevel, do your job. Weetabix, Wilcox, and they couldn't have it. Their little egos can't take that. So that's the reason why he got sacked.
Hey, Nuruddin, I hear everything you're saying, yeah, and I agree with some of it, but let's be real, innit? Amorim was doing crap, innit? So we need to drop this stuff now. You know what I mean? We can do the ego and the subservient thing. At the end of the day, yeah, a good coach is one that realizes when they're doing something wrong and changes it themselves, innit? So they shouldn't have to have said to him, yo, you know what, this ain't working out. He should have known that. The same way I saw Darren Fletcher yesterday, he saw that, yo, Cunha on the right wasn't working. What do? He changed it at half time, bro. And then we scored. That's what people with common sense do, innit? This manager was playing his rubbish system. It wasn't working. We were losing games. We saw us lose a cup final against Spurs. He didn't even try and win it. We saw what trying to win a game looked like yesterday. He didn't try and win against Spurs. So I don't want to hear this, his own terms and subservient. At the end of the day, yeah, the manager needs to have the same ethos and the same goals as the guys that are running the club. It works that way everywhere. It's not about being subservient, bro, because if you got a Nagelsmann or if you got a Tuchel and all these guys at Bayern Munich, it's the same thing. They still got people to answer to. They can't do what they want. They can't sign who they want. Like, it works the same way at PSG. It works the same at bloody Real Madrid. The Real Madrid manager don't choose who comes in. They don't choose a lot of things, bro. So this happens at loads of big clubs. We're not the only club. It's not about being subservient, yeah? He was failing, bro.
There are separate two things. There are two things. And I don't disagree with a lot of things you said.
Yeah.
But finish.
Back him to the point where we almost lost Kobe Mainu, yeah? Because he decided to freeze him out, and they were happy to take offers, to listen to offers for Kobe. So that tells you they were willing to go along with what he was doing. They gave him a rope, and he flipping hung himself, bro. Like, I'm not trying to feel sorry for Ruben, bro. The way this club is set up now, yes, we may not have the best in class, and they're new to this because we've just changed to this model. But this is a model that you can see everywhere else in Europe, bro. We didn't invent this shit. We didn't invent it.
Let you finish. I'll let you finish.
Liverpool. That we didn't invent it. The reason why Klopp ended up leaving is because him and flipping my man wasn't getting on, bro. Like, we're not the only club that have this model. Villa have this model.
No. The reason why Klopp left, listen, let's correct the record. The reason why Klopp left is because
Klopp flipping left.
No, Klopp burnt out and the guys came back. The Klopp burnt out. Klopp had more power. Klopp had more power at Liverpool than Edwards and that. There was tension. He left. Then they bought the Edwards and that back. But I'll say this. Listen, I'll say this. Listen, I'm not talking about the model. What you're talking about, please, Musa, let me just get this out because you know what? I ain't got that lot of time. I don't want to stay too much, right? I want to get this out. I want to get this out. Just, I'll say this. The Manchester United, you comparing us to other football clubs, we're not stable. Majority of the football clubs, Rants, what you've just mentioned, this model works because they've got stability in their football clubs. And you know what happens? If whoever whether it's the coach, whether it's the director of football, whether it's the CEO, if they're effing up, they get rid. Manchester United are not that. Ineos project now is 2 years old. It's not 6 months. It's not a year, it's 2 years old. Even if you want to follow their corporate fucking bullshit their business plan. 2 years is more than enough. Their level of incompetence, the level that they thought this guy was the guy, Rants, and I agree with you wholeheartedly. The fact that they could throw young players under the bus, yeah, and then do a bomb squad and get peanuts and lose the club millions shows you how clueless they fucking are. This is what I'm trying to say to you. I'm not here to stick up. I'm not sticking up for Amorim. I don't want to come across that. I was questioning him from day dot. When people were getting giddy, I was questioning from the day dot going, my guy coming from the Portuguese league thinks he can work. The same thing I told everybody about that fucking cyborg playing for Arsenal. I said, I watched that dickhead in the Champions League. He thinks he can bully and shove people. Premier League, everybody's same size as you, mate. You can't bully shit, right? So I want to say this. Anybody coming out of that league, any coach or a player, I'm looking at them with suspicion. But to me, Manchester United is a clown circus football club. To me, it's not even about what I say. The facts are there, laid fucking bare, their level of incompetence. I'm not here to defend Amorim. I don't want any of that to ever come across. What the difference is what you're talking about in the model we didn't invent, and it's been around where you get a director of football. In European football, directors of football get changed, CEOs get changed, even sometimes ownerships get changed. And Manchester United, ownership's not getting changed. CEO can do whatever the fuck they want, waste whatever the money they want. Director football can make all of the fucking mistakes. And last night, they're in a game, glaring light. And regardless what it is, to try to shit on Amorim, fans, we try to overhype the players that we've got. Some of the players we've got are shit. Luke Shaw ain't that guy anymore. He can't run up and down. He don't force fuck all. And when you play a 4-4-2, everybody and their nan knows how important the fullbacks are in that system. Last night, Diego Dalot, Luke Shaw offer fuck all. So at times, when you got a back, when everybody sat back behind the ball like Burnley were, we haven't got people committing numbers to overload on different sides. The midfield lacks, right? Whether we like it or not, Casemiro at the Premier League level is coming to his days are numbered. He's coming to an end. And they sit there and still watch. If these people cared about the football club, whoever the manager is, they would have hired somebody and they would have got players in to fucking get players in and for the betterment of the football club to put players on that football pitch. At the end of the day, the only way to find success in football, it's smart, it's strategic recruitment. That's what has always been football. It's about smart, strategic recruiting and then getting lucky those players perform. And Ineos get a fucking X from me. Not even an F, an X. They failed. They're abysmal.
Let me bring in Rhino and Texino. Rhino, what are you saying, bro?
Bro, all of this chat with Ollie, Carrick, all of this, to me, it's just all nonsense, bro. It's all nonsense. I agree with a lot of bits of what everyone's saying, what Nuruddin's saying, what Rants is saying, Staffy, Leon, everyone. But, bro, none of us know who the right manager is. We could talk about who we feel we want, but we know, none of us know, bro. Like, Nuruddin's right. This club is mash up, bro. So that's another problem. But what I don't agree with Nuruddin is that
Rhino, by the way, turn up your mic a little bit. Rhino, turn your mic a little bit up.
Yeah, your audio is very low.
Is it better now, yeah?
Yeah, well better, well better.
Yeah. So what I don't agree with Nuruddin, I feel like because he's so pissed at Ineos, and I'm pissed at Ineos too, we're letting Ruben off the hook. We're trying to look at this. Yes, we know there's bigger problems at United. There's so many other layers to it. The infrastructure, the mistakes that Ineos have made and whatever. But like Rant said, bro, Ruben was doing a crap job. So regardless, he had to go. And then the point you made about Real Madrid and all of that is what I was going to say. Whether they want a puppet or not, there's clubs that have puppets, or quote unquote, you want to call it puppets, managers that follow the lead of the hierarchy, and they're successful. All they need to do is perform. So having that kind of system is not a problem, as long as the manager performs. What I do agree with you, Nuruddin, is that we can't trust Ineos to maybe sack the manager when they need to sack him, or maybe even get the right appointment. That's true. We can worry about that maybe when it comes to it. But for now, I don't think any of us can know whether Ollie's going to do well, whether Carrick's going to do well. I do agree with Staffy when he speaks about going back to your exes. I don't feel like it just feels a bit uncomfortable. It feels a bit like, what's the plan? For me, I just want a set plan. all right, cool, we're going to get an interim guy. He's going to play this way, and it's going to transition into the next manager that we get, and they're going to carry it on. They need to start getting the right players in and start having a vision of how they want this team to play. You know, a lot of the Mandem talk about DNA and all of this stuff. Me personally, I think it's all past it now. There's no such thing as United DNA is in our hearts. But for now
it's a
football,
buzzword.
there's no such thing. It's DNA. Like, yes, we can look for a certain way we want to play, like maybe we want to play attacking, or we never want to give up or whatever. But trying to find this United
their own
DNA
pedigree for a reason. Every club's got their own pedigree for a reason. Like when you look at a certain badge, you know them by what their style of play or what they're built on. You look at Chelsea's ethos, you look at Madrid's ethos, Barcelona's ethos, our ethos. It's like we're all built on a different type of ethos, and we haven't followed that. And this goes back down to the question of, all right, cool. I remember the times of 2015, 16, 17, 18. So through the tenure of Louis van Gaal and Jose Mourinho, fans were calling for a sporting director to come in and kind of get a hold of the structure, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Now, the main question is, are we happy to go with the sporting director model, or do we want a manager to fully take control over everything? And if we're going to go down this sporting director model that we have with Ineos, it's about them finding a manager that they can build a great rapport with. If they're on the same page, what are, you know, the directions? What are the goals? What do you want to see in the next 3 years? Can we hit these targets in year 1, year 2, and year 3? Is there going to be progression, etc.? But I think the communication and the relationship is so important, because when these managers are calling out these, you know, the hierarchy, especially in presses, is clearly because of some form of disagreement. And if Rubens said himself, look, I've come in to be the manager, when, let's be honest, bro, everyone knows their job role when they sign a contract. If you've come in as a head coach, you know you're the head coach. But he says he wants to be the manager. They know I want to be the manager, etc., etc. So they already from the off, it was clearly like there was 2 different ball games, and it's 2 different wavelengths. So it's like everything's kind of got to fall in line, and everything's got to align. If we're going this sort of route with the sporting director, everything's got to align. But if we want a proper manager, you got to get rid of Ineos as a whole and go and get a real man. But there's barely any out there who can take
what team
control
has a manager that's running the team from top to bottom?
Yeah, I don't think that exists no more.
That's exactly what I was about to touch on. But
that model is dead, bro.
That model is old. That's why we were suffering in the first place. That's why every time we get a new manager, we have to get rid of their players. Do you know?
And also, there's no team, and
it's expensive.
But also, no team is employing a manager who's just sitting at home. You have to go and get him. Yeah. If you want a manager, you have to go and get him. We can't be like, who's going to come now, brother? He's in a job. The manager we want is in a job, and he thinks life is good until he gets the call from United and his head starts spinning. Yeah. That's the reality. Yeah.
That's
right. So our managers out there.
I just want to put some context on this. I just want to put some context quickly on this. By the way, there are clubs, the more successful you are, the more your power grows. Classic example is Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool. The more successful he was, the more his power grew, that the club owners were willing to dash Edwards and all those men. Yeah. Now they've gone back to that model, but there are certain clubs that have helped the coach so much so that he's getting to a level of power where he becomes a very important role. Yes, they still work together, and like you said, Tech, there are communication, and communication is everything. But how concussed are fucking Ineos, Tech? When the dickhead they bought in, I didn't bring him in, you didn't bring him in, they bought him in, and he thinks he's the manager. And on the website, it said first team head coach. So how concussed is the communication, bro? Like, this is the bit where I don't, some of you are not understanding. Like, I don't know what it is right now. Do I have to take you all to, listen, it's like I have to take you all to water. I have to take you all to the fucking, where the water is, to show you what the color of the water is. I'm not chatting shit to you guys. Ineos are incompetent. It's okay to say, listen.
No.
The coach is incompetent, but these guys are incompetent.
Yeah, but I don't think
they've
people
shown it
disagree.
by costing the club so much fucking money.
His words, bro. Come on, relax, innit? He knew he wasn't the manager. He's upset, yeah, because he wanted certain players, yeah, and he didn't get them, innit? Like he wanted Martinez at 33 years old. We went and got a young goalkeeper. He wanted Ollie Watkins. We got Sesko. He's upset. They probably said to him, listen, you're the head coach, yeah, but we're going to bring certain things to you, like, and you know what I mean? You are going to have a say. You are going to have a say. But, bro, I can say to you, you're going to have a say. But if you're just chatting shit, you know, then it's long, bro.
And he's gonna have a say based on what you said already. He's gonna also have a say based on what you said. The more successful you are, the more your power grows. My man ain't been successful. Yeah. So he hasn't earned it. They've looked at his run and they thought,
and then all of a sudden Cass is playing every game now. Do you know what I mean?
But they treated him like he was that guy, though, Musa. That's the difference. That's what I'm trying to make.
Brother, the guys coming in,
they thought he was that guy.
Players. He fell out with fucking Lissandro, we're hearing now. Do you know what I'm saying? Literally, Kobe wanted to leave the club. This man's just come in, yeah, like a whirlwind, yeah, pissed off bare people, and then he's losing, bro. And so why would I listen to you, bro? Like, why would I listen to you? This is meant to be a collaboration. Your part of the deal is you win, get results, and my part is I give you what you need to continue to get results. You're not holding up your end of the bargain. So why the hell, yeah, would I continue to give you the power? Like you just said, Nuruddin, the power's earned from success over time.
And the reality is, my man came out bare times and said, no one's changing me, the Pope, no manager, no director. If you don't like me, you're gonna have to get rid of me. Man forgot that, brother.
You know what? Maybe I'm ill. Maybe because I'm. You know what? I know. I took all the drugs in the flipping world trying to get better. Maybe I'm not making myself clear. My guy should have. It was me. My guy should. If Ineos, they say the people that they are, he would have been binned off hours after that final in the Europa League.
Yeah,
he would have been binned off there and then. See you later, Tara. Right. So please don't misunderstand me. The point I'm making to you. The level of incompetence from him as a coach littered. You had to. Overwhelming. Musa, they kept him. And if he would have come out in that presser after the Leeds game and on a Friday before the Leeds game, and he would have just thrown a party line there, and then my guy still would be here now. That's what I'm trying to get across.
No, but I get it. Ineos, everyone agrees they're mad. But the problem is. They're the only ones driving. They're the only ones that's got a whip. None of us have got a whip. And you see when someone's got a whip,
I want to blow up the whip. The whip is gone up. Listen, the whip is gone off the cliff. The whip is in midair. The whip is in midair, mate. Near collision.
You see, we're not going to jump off
the whip is a riot. You know what the insurance company said to you? The whip, what whip? They were like, what whip?
See, when you're off
the whip is in the
you gotta rate the driver. You can't
I don't even recognize the whip anymore. There is nothing left on the whip.
Hold on.
Listen, we're off ends. They're the only ones that's got a whip. You can't talk too tough to the driver, but if you want to get up. At the end of the day, Ineos run the boat. You can't talk like we all know he's an idiot, but we have to wait till we get on end, then we're gonna bad him up. But as long as we're off ends, where we are right now, in the do-lag, outside the top 5, we got to keep quiet. It's peak for us. Like, we all know Ineos is mad. We all know it. This is why we're just hoping that somehow they employ a manager who just gets it right. It's going to have nothing to do with them, but we're just saying, listen, Amrin, you came with chest. You said that back three or nothing. Blah, blah, blah. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. Nothing happened. You should have got sacked. You didn't. But we know that Ineos is a problem. This is why I'm still trying to go for a big manager. I'll go for Luis Enrique because it's not easy working at PSG. Them man do what they want to do. It's rough over there. It's not like, right, you can just get who you want to get. But when you play a certain type of football and they see that you're able to actually get something out of players, then they start saying, okay, cool, we're going to give you more leeway. Like you said, people start to earn it. The problem is with my man, he didn't earn it. He was under pressure from the first minute he got into the job. There was no bounce. There was no like new manager bounce with him.
Also, Musa, he was talking with chest and he never delivered. Just one sec, say. Just want to add. Musa's hit on the point that I want to make you. I think Nuruddin, this is where.
And Leon,
I hear
you said he was talking with chest. I swear he agreed that he knew he was the head coach. That
it
was
was-
the first time we
I don't
actually
know.
got ahead.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what it
I
is,
remember
Rhino,
all
for
of
me.
that.
Yeah?
He
You know what?
yeah.
I share Nuruddin's frustration with Ineos, but I can't focus on it too
100.
much because it ain't gonna change no time soon. I'll be real. It is what it is for now, innit?
100.
My thing is this year. I think the best scenario we can hope for is a coach that comes in and goes, "Let me put myself first. Yeah. Let me take this Man United team back up to the top 4. Let me try and pinch a league, and then let me leave with my chest held high if they don't give me what I want. Because then basically you're in the power position. You're the one who can come out in public and say, "Boy, I would have won a Champions League with these lot, but the owner's a bit of a joker." Do you know what I mean? The owner's a joker. So we know what we're restricted to. Nuruddin's not wrong in what he's saying in regards to how the club should be run, where we should be to get sustainable titles. But that's not the scenario that we're in right now. The scenario is we can bring a manager in that can play good football, can bang bare goals, can win us a couple of leagues, maybe one every 3 years or something like that. Yeah, consistently stay in the top 4. And that might be our restriction level because of Ineos not letting us take the next step. Do you know what I mean? So for me, I'm just hoping that someone comes in that goes, F these Ineos guys, let me go get what I need to get done. Because there's Mandem out there that they won't sell their soul when they come to United. Do you know what I mean? It's just whether Ineos will...
Mandem, calibers of these type of managers can't be coming available in the summer. And we're here trying to think twice about it, thinking we're dealing with Carricks and Ollies and that, brother.
No, we
So
got
when the summer
That's
comes,
5 months. That's 5 months. Let me text Zeno. You're gonna make
brother,
a
you
point.
can sign deals now. When a man agrees that he's done, we can start signing deals now, brother. See, when a man says like, well, anyway, don't get me started.
Text Zeno, what are you saying? Were you gonna make a point before?
Nah, I lost my trail of thought, man. It was good. It's good conversation, but look, at the end of the day, it's just about like the sporting directors finding someone who they can build a relationship with, innit? It's as simple as that. You saw it with PSG and Luis Enrique. They gave my man the keys to get rid of Kylian Mbappe. And consider he was on that crazy contract. So to get rid of a player like that, you know that you got the key. You got the keys. Same thing with Arteta and what's his name, Edu at Arsenal. If you look at their relationship, it was like, cool, you've won the FA Cup. The player who was the diamond to win you the FA Cup, you need to go and get rid of him to change the dynamic of the club. All right, cool. Give me the keys. I'm going to get rid of him and Lacazette. I'm going to play Smith Rowe in the 10. I'm going to carry Saka from the left wing back, playing right wing, and everything's going to change. Martinelli's going to be starting on the left, etc. And they started to build some sort of morale at Arsenal. There was some sort of morale there, hence why they gave him time. Obviously, he changed his style of football in order to achieve his targets. And then he's gone on to obviously finish third, 3 times in a row. And obviously, that's an achievement in itself. Obviously, Arsenal have high expectations. We will laugh at them for not finishing first. But if you think of it, we talk about, obviously, building to have power. Arteta is in the position where, because he has finished runners-up not once, not twice, but 3 years in a row, they're probably looking at, all right, cool. Who's the other manager that we can actually bring in to get this team over the line? There's not many, especially because of what he's built. So just go and let him try and finish his story. And you're probably seeing that this season. So, like, we've got to find someone who we can build with, innit? If we're going to have patience, then there needs to be a reason for the patience, innit? There needs to be a reason for the patience. Are we playing good football? Is there a good brand of football? Is there good communication? Is there a good morale at Manchester United? Is there a good relationship between the managers and players, between the board and the manager, etc., etc.? All of these things have to fall into place in order for Manchester United to grow step by step, in it, and for the fans to also have patience. Because Arsenal fans didn't like each other. They were getting onto each other for, the Wenger outs, etc., etc. Look at them now. Look at them now.
Tech, let me ask you a question. Who would you pick?
Me, I'll go De Zerbi, Me and Rants spoke about it.
I like De
I'll go
Zerbi.
De Zerbi. I think, again, if we talk about ethos of the club, young players attacking football,
and a man
high
that's
and
not afraid
wide.
to speak his mind as well. He would just speak his mind and just do his thing. Yeah,
exactly that.
I
And
just
it's
want
someone who can obviously have that control, innit?
Like, he plays aggressive football, bro. Like, I see him
listen.
go to the Bernabeu. How long ago was that game? It wasn't that long ago. It was like 3 weeks ago.
3 months ago, yeah.
Something like that, bro. He went to Bernabeu and he was pressuring Real Madrid, bro. Like, pressuring them. Like, he was
but the
playing
thing is, Rants, sorry to cut you off though. With that, you saw the patterns of play, bro. It looked like I was just watching replays of their attacks throughout the game. It was high and wide, Tim Weah on the left, Mason Greenwood on the right. They had literally, you know, when City used to do that like inverted overlap with their centre mids, etc., running it back. You saw that time and time again, and that's attacking football, something that we can be off our
quick
seats.
vertical football they play, that ball round the corner, bro, and Greenwood's eating.
Bro, it hurts teams and defensive. You look how high he pressed.
I can't lie, De Zerbi with this team would cook still. I can't lie.
To add to this conversation, though, don't forget, De Zerbi is one of those who has an ego as well. I don't know if you guys remember, he threatened to quit Marseille in his first year last season. So he kind of has that tendency. He has that Interim in him.
That's why I go for Enrique over him. I like him, but I agree. He's not shy.
But like Enrique is like you saying, like you want to wife up Miss World. Like we'd all want to wife her up, but she's not gonna pick us, is she? You
but listen, Man United ain't no beat down whip, you know. We're a Ferrari, man. You have to understand that. It's just that we just haven't had the MOT.
Ferrari, maybe.
We just haven't had the MOT. Once the MOT's done,
yo, Musa, listen. You know the Ferrari can never be recognized because he's lost all of his body, all of his pain. You don't even recognize it was a Ferrari. Whereas Haggard in the scrapyard, that's where we live, bro. We live in the scrapyard about a Ferrari. I just want to put what Staffy said. I just want to put 2 pence to what Staffy said. Now, if we had, this is no word of a lie, if we had competent people, De Zerbi is the guy. Do you know why? He's got the arrogance, he's got that passion, he's got that fire. But you need people who can handle that, who can handle that ego, who can help that coach to bring out the best in the football club or whatever's happening. But we don't have that. So what would you have is somebody who's volatile.
Like you're cool to
listen, you know the Marseille. Listen.
Amorim was rubbish. He was failing. So there's no reason to put up with attitude from someone that's rubbish.
Yeah, he's not.
No, I'm not defending that. I don't know why you're bringing it back to Amorim. I'm not talking about Amorim.
He's addressing my
I've already said Amorim should have been sacked after the final. He should have been gone. That's how you know if this was a football club, you would have been sacked. Because the guy who won the Europa League got sacked. Like, what are we doing here? I'm talking about De Zerbi. I'm telling you the difference between us and other football clubs. Staffy, you just made the point and said last season he threatened to quit. Yeah? Marseille didn't throw their fucking bottle at them. They didn't. You know what? The chairman, I remember reading about it because I watched the French league because of De Zerbi. Right? I watched Marseille most weeks, right? I try to find their games on a weekly basis, yeah? Especially if they're on a Sunday night. The point what I make to you is that their football structure didn't throw their tummies out the pram. They're like, yo, that's just him. That's just him. We just got to handle him. And then, you know what? Because he's doing so good, he's reconnected the fan base with the football club because they were in a mess for years. He's brought back life. Like you said, you explained it. Somebody explained it. I think it was you, Tech, saying that bringing back the connection we talked about before, about what a coach can do when you bring the youth, you bring good football that can reconnect with most things. So the point is that I'm making is that he would be the guy, but these Muppets, I don't think these Muppets would be able to handle someone like De Zerbi. And the reason why I'm not accusing every coach that's gonna come to Manchester United being a puppet. No. What I'm saying to you is that at this moment in time, Ineos are under a lot of scrutiny. Only you guys are making excuses for them. But when I look on the socials, and majority of the fan base that were interviewed, whether we're in Manchester City Centre or whether we're in and around Old Trafford, they're all going for him. The banner was there saying Jim ain't fixing shit. Right? That's what it should have been. That guy should have put Jim ain't fixing shit, right? That's what the banner should have said. So they're under pressure. And the reason why they were going for an intern right now is because they want somebody who the fans have a connection with, so they then can run to the back and nobody talks about them. The point I'm making to you guys is that and having another interim is, I believe, writing the season off a game. And there's a lot of points to be played with.
You know.
I disagree, Musa, about Nuruddin.
Go on, Staffy.
I disagree, and for one reason. We mentioned earlier in the show, I forgot who mentioned it. I think it was Marcel. We mentioned how many good managers are going to be available in the summer. A lot of them are going to be either out of contract, or a lot of them are not going to be in a job after the World Cup. I don't think you want to miss out on a market like that, where you're going to have so many options available and lock in yourself early. Am I saying right off the season? I disagree with you. I don't think we should. I think the season is way too early. I think we're still in the mix of it. We could easily get top 4 this season, which pretty much is all we have because we're not really in Europe. And I guess we're in the FA Cup, so you can count that as well. But other than that, we don't have a lot other things to worry about. So it is very early and you can still achieve a lot. I don't want to lock myself out from negotiating with a manager that could be good for us in the summer. I think right now we're sitting here. It's January 8th. We sacked him like 3 days ago. I think you spend the next 4 months talking to managers, studying managers, analytically look at everything and every aspect about them as managers and come to a decision around May, where right before the season ends, you're like, you know what? This is who I want. This is the candidate. We've had this many interviews. We've decided to get this guy. We did all the studies. We looked at all the analytics, and we're going to get him. Whether he's one of those international coaches who's going to be done right after the World Cup, or he's just going to be out of the job like Oliver Glasner or whatever. But you have the next 3 to 4 months to study everything before you decide on who to get. I'd rather do that, to be honest, than to just bring someone in right now. Because, again, like I said earlier, I think we can even get top 4 with Oli. And I don't even want Oli, but that's how I think. That's how easy I think top 4 is this season.
You know, I think one of the problems is, and I understand why I think nobody says that we're writing off the season, because I feel like signing a manager and getting a player in are 2 totally different things, even though they sound the same, is because I wouldn't be surprised if Chelsea sack their manager at the end of this season if he doesn't do a certain, if he doesn't achieve a certain level. No, forget about all of that. Just remember what I said to you. Everything that Staffy has said about this window, an opportunity of manager. If this manager doesn't hammer him, Chelsea won't just sit there and be like, oh, yeah, he didn't win many games. He's on 6 years. They're going to get rid of him. And they're going to join the window of managers.
Have a list that's ready, Musa. Unfortunately, we don't have a list.
No, what I'm saying is, and they will get the Nagelsmann.
And the list is mainly from Strasbourg, bro.
But what I'm saying is, they will sack that guy, get a Luis Enrique in, get a Nagelsmann in, and everybody will be sitting there saying the reason. Listen, I'm just letting you know. Just remember, mark my words. If this guy doesn't hammer him and finishes outside the top 5, doesn't do well in Champions League, and Chelsea just don't win a lot of games, they will change their manager. They're not in all of this stuff.
They're not gonna get a Luis Enrique out of his contract. Or
not now. I'm talking about in the summer because Enrique
not
said
even in the summer. Do you not see the recruitment, Musa?
No, but no, listen.
It's all about yes, man. They're not going for big managers and games no more.
He's talking about the opportunity of sacking him. I think that's what Musa's saying.
No, I'm just saying there's an opportunity of getting rid of him. So my thing is this. The problem is similar to what Noureddin said earlier. Man United are not prepared to make serious decision when the time comes. So what if you give a manager a contract now, and if he doesn't do well, you have to get rid of him? That's what Chelsea's on. They don't want a manager to come in and play and think, you're gone at the end of the season. I don't really have to try. I'll try for the next man that comes through the door. And I've got like a 3 or 4 year contract. I'm not under any pressure. They don't want that mindset, and they don't want players to be relaxed when they're trying to get top 4 and they're trying to do well in Champions League. They want to continue the momentum with a manager who's permanent, with the idea that he could be here longer. But if he does bad, then you just change him. And I just feel like with the managers that are available, like Xavi, if he comes in and he does well, then you keep your manager because he's competent. He's won trophies at the highest level. If he does bad, you just enter the window. But like Noureddin said, we've got a group of owners who will just see someone lose a European final, flipping, perform bad in the league, and just flipping, reward him with.
So Musa, here's the issue. What I have with what you're saying. If we say as an example, let's say we go get Xavi, and that's your choice, and that's fine. I understand a lot of people want Xavi. Let's say you go and get Xavi. Coaches like Xavi are not going to come in for like just a 6-month trial, and you're going to tell them if you don't do well, I'm going to get rid of you in the summer.
It's not a trial. Remember what I said to Staffy? Like Chelsea, it's a 4-year contract. It's a 3-year. Like United are giving out 3-year contracts. If you give Xavi a 3-year contract,
that's my point. That's my point.
Xavi, sorry, I think
if you give Xavi a 3-year contract and he nosedives and he does totally bad, you should be competent enough to sit as a board and say, listen, do we want to just end it now like we should have when flipping Amrin came in?
You're going to lock him in for 3 years as an example. Let's just say we get Xavi. By your example, Xavi comes in tomorrow, 3 years. He comes in, he doesn't do as well as we wanted. You're not just going to bid him like that in the summer because he's going to be on big money.
If the level of incompetency, no, what I'm saying to you is this. We bought Amrin in similar time. We saw how bad Amrin was with the contract that Amrin had 2.5 years. Were you not prepared to sack him after the final against Spurs?
Well, clearly they weren't, and I think we can all agree that was wrong.
Were we ready? I'm just saying us. I'm just saying were we ready?
We were.
Everybody was ready. So
Yes.
that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so I'm saying, but a competent club like a Real Madrid, like a Barcelona, like a Chelsea, you get rid of him. They don't sit around like we did, and that's the issue. Sadly, our owners are
my point is, but that's exactly my point. I would rather wait until the summer because, as an example, I'd rather get a Nagelsmann. I think Nagelsmann is a better coach than Xavi.
Would you rather wait, or are you saying
Xavi, and maybe he'll do bad?
Would you rather wait though, or are you just saying that because you know we got incompetent?
I would rather wait. Me personally, my opinion, I would rather wait because of that. Because I think you can get better options. Now, if I can get a Nagelsmann, because World Cups, that's what happens after every World Cup, by the way. Usually managers just go. They just do a 4-year cycle.
Did you want De Zerbi as well? Do you want De Zerbi as well? Do you want De Zerbi as well?
I don't really have any strong candidates, I'll be honest. Like, I'm not really pro on any man. The thing is that I want us to make an educated decision within the next 5 to 6 months.
If you could get your manager in now, if you could get the manager that you wanted now, would you take him?
Would I take who?
Any manager that you want now. If you could go and get him now to come in at Man United and be our permanent manager, the manager that you want, if you could go and get him, would you go and get him now?
What I get right now?
I think most man would.
No, I said if you could get him.
I'm not understanding your question. You're saying
if you could get Nagelsmann right now, would you get him? Yes or no?
If I could get Nagelsmann right now, probably would. Yeah, because he's probably the only guy that I kind of look at him and I'm like, yeah, like I have a stronger opinion on you.
Let me bring in Estrella. Let me bring in Estrella. Estrella wanted to say something. Estrella, big up to you, by the way. And what you want to say?
Man. What you guys are right. I'm going to say, Musa, I understand what you're trying to say, your point, yeah, but I think it's an unfair comparison to Chelsea to United. Like, everyone's saying Nagelsmann or De Zerbi, these are household names already. If this was Brighton or even like Aston Villa, I'm sure that they already have names in advance that if it doesn't work out, they're going to go to other people straight away. That's when you have infrastructure already. And if you're saying best in class, we all know they're not. But I feel like this just shows them, it highlights more how bad they are. Because it's like, let's just say, for example, Musa, you said, let's get someone in from now and pretend we're going to go, not pretend, but the vision's to go with them long term. Okay, do that. The vision was to go long term with Amrin. They didn't back him properly in all positions. They spent over 250 mil or whatever, and people made excuses. You do that with the next manager, they're probably going to be tight, or say they have less of a budget. Whereas at Chelsea, they're known to be big spenders and actually back the manager or make signings. We don't do that, and we have a bad team already. So I don't feel like when people compare the two, it's fair. That's how
Chelsea ain't back their manager though. Chelsea ain't back their manager. And then you talk about the Aston Villas and that. I do hear your point though. You are right. There's clubs who, again, like they're built on, all right, cool. If we're going to get rid of this person, we've already spoken to 2 or 3 different options yesterday. I do understand that. But I think the magnitude of like an Aston Villa is completely different to United. With Aston Villa, they could go and get anyone they want and go and experiment. I think with United, there's no time to experiment. You got to go and get the right man now. So the pressure is completely different. It's as well as the expectation, innit? But I do hear your point. There's no structure here, innit? It's like we don't try and prepare for the future. But yeah, go on.
There's no succession plan. I agree.
Stuff I was going to say. The reason why is because even though they can say, people can say that they were back to Amrin, yeah, they gave him a 2-year contract. Most managers get long-term contracts. So they already showed from the beginning that, they're entrusted in this person, but I don't think they gave him the full backing as that we 100% believe in you, no matter what they said in the media, because that's the proof right in front of you. They gave him a 2-year contract. I think
it's because of the magnitude of his name, though. He wasn't a household name. Don't forget, this guy got rejected by Liverpool, West Ham, Tottenham. Yeah. So his name wasn't ringing on the block. So he was grateful to get that 2.5 years. You're not really going to do that with some bigger names. You're not going to tell Xavi. You're not going to tell De Zerbi. You're not going to tell any of these names. We're just putting you on 2 years.
How long did Potter get at Chelsea?
He got
I don't know. But Chelsea's model is probably worse than us, I'll be honest. Their model is so undermining to any manager that goes there, which is why when Musa said he thinks they'll go for like not a De Zerbi, sorry. He did say De Zerbi. He said a De Zerbi and, Luis Enrique. These guys are never touching that job. Maresca, who's a much smaller name than all of them, he just ranted and quit the job on the spot because of how they treat their managers. It's the most micromanaged job in world football right now, being a Chelsea manager. So their model is actually worse than us.
You know what? It comes down to question about Wilcox and Omar Barada, like, you know what I mean, whether their positions should be given up right now. Like, I think for me, they've both got to go, man. But at the same time, it's like they're not going to leave right now as it stands. But
why not?
I think for me, trusting them two now, it's like it's crazy, man. Like,
why can't they leave?
But that's what I'm saying. They should leave, but I don't think Jim Ratcliffe wants to sack them. I don't think he wants to.
This is the thing. Yeah, because you see all the whole build up, like, get the manager out, get the manager out. At some point, I made my bed with it. Like, I said, I don't care if he goes in it, let him go. But those people that employed him in the first place, this is not their first strike. They've had numerous mess ups. Yeah. And in any walk of life, everyone has a job. You don't get unlimited chances. Doesn't matter just because it's in a different industry, mate. That's even worse because it's a more high pressure. You can't keep making those stupid mistakes, and it's costly as well. So it's like, at what point is everyone going to see like, okay,
you work in the corporate world, yeah? Strella, you work in the corporate, so-called professional world. If people have messed up for 2 years, what happens? In that world that you work in,
you wouldn't even get 2 years. Like
2 years, you wouldn't get like 2 months of messing up.
Yes, bro. I do recruitment, bro. You won't even get 3 weeks. You know,
well, there you go.
Tuxedo's doing the Zoom calls. The hiring manager. Let's speak on Friday.
Listen, you know me, guys. Yeah. Listen, you know me,
schedule
guys.
that call and they know it's over for them.
So you know me, guys. Yeah. I'm not. What I'm trying to point out is that. Even if, because that's what the club is, Jim says he's only asked about not ever bringing Manchester United, making Manchester United profitable again. So if that was the truth, then he would be ruthless because these men, you know how much money we've spent sacking Ashworth, sacking Barada, sacking Ashworth, Amarim, all these different things. And it would have been, Amarim, you would have sacked him on a footballing reason. That would have been after that final, see you later. But big up Strella because they can't stay. When you messed up that much and you guys are telling me.
Agreed.
But then if they can't stay here, this is the same reason why we're going to bring back Oli, because it's like you failed. Like people forget the reason why he left the club. Like I'm not doing originalism. Like the football was poor, like getting back to 5-0, like left, right, and centre. Like,
you were one of the biggest Oli's hater, innit? I remember back in the day.
No, do you know what it was? I just said I don't understand why we're employing people that we compare ourselves to Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City. They would never have them on their radar, but yet they seem to be good enough for us. And it filters down to players as well that we employ as well. It's starting to become irritating, and I just called it out early.
Yeah, I agree. I think for me, when you look at it though, the two guys that are coming in now, if they get this next appointment wrong, but I feel like you shouldn't get a chance at Manchester United to make 3 appointments wrong at the same time, bro. It's mad, bro. Like, for me right now, cool, you can make an interim right now, which everyone's going to be like, fair enough and that. But even that still, you know what I mean? Are we doing that based on the fact that the league right now is robbed or the fact that we actually want Champions League football? It doesn't seem to me that they do because they sacked Ruben Amorim based on the fact that he called them out rather than results. But it comes down to the fact that now, the next appointment that they make, if they wait until the summer that we probably all want, it has to be the right appointment. I get it, I've got this idea that you sack until you get it right. But at the same time, if you're in ownership right now, if you're doing this idea of like you don't know what you want and you're kind of going here to here, pillar to post, it's not great, man. And for you, there has to be a level of accountability.
Yeah, but this is why the interim thing might actually work out well because it gives these men time to do due diligence on managers. Exactly. These men need to actually do a proper vetting process. Look at with Amarim, they brought in a man who was subjected to only playing one style of football. One style of football. And me and you both know that does not work at Manchester United. And They had little time to make that decision. They made that decision, what? We're saying 2 to 3 weeks after sacking Ten Hag?
Yeah.
So give them a bit of time now. Give them a bit of time to make a proper decision in the summer. Interim does not mean the season is a write-off. We can finish in the top 4. We can finish in the top 4.
I think we're deluding ourselves, by the way, if we think we need a world-class manager to come in right now and get this squad into the top 4. Respectfully, I think you either don't know what you're talking about or you're maybe just not watching the league. The level of the league is absolutely dire. We are 2 points away, by the way, from top 4, assuming Liverpool are going to lose again today, because I don't think they'll beat Arsenal.
Like Amram fans here, 2 points away from top 4. You know what I mean, Staffy? What are you saying?
Say that again?
I say, sound like Amram fans saying 2 points away from top 4.
No, but you know what it is? I'm not giving him the credit. I am actually saying he's the reason we're not in the top 4. Because realistically, when you look at it, and I saw your reaction yesterday, you and Faz, when you realized that Newcastle are now ahead of us. It was just game week 19. I think we're in game week, 21? So in game week 19, which is 3 game weeks ago, when you exclude those 2, they were sitting in 13th. They won 2 in a row, and they go, 6th or 5th? This is what someone in the chat just called me delusional, by the way. This is a team... This is a team, by the way, Saeed, Newcastle didn't win about 5 in a row, and we actually beat them. And all it took was 2 wins for them to be ahead of us, and now they're like 1 point away from top 4. I'm not delusional. Look at the league. The league is literally a 2 or 1 or 2 game swing away from going to top 4 to go to 15th. We're 6 points off 15th, and we're 2 points off top 4. So that's it. That's in a frame of like 3 games. That is not bad, bro. It's a dire league. People need to accept it.
Oh, but we need some signings though, guys. Man, I'm not gonna lie to you. We need a left winger.
No, I agree.
We need a left winger, and we need a midfielder. I think they're the 2 key for me. A left back's key, but again, right now,
what
priority.
for though?
Sorry,
what for though? For top 4? You think we need signings for top 4?
I think we got some balance.
I mean, you need signings in general. I'll be honest. Our midfield is so outdated, bro.
I don't think we need signings for top 4. I think we can get away with no signings.
No,
Did you not see our midfield yesterday? Come on, man.
Yeah, but I just feel like a good coach will get us there. The league's shit. Let's be real. The league's
no, but to a level, Leon. Like, you're not wrong, but like, we get 1 or 2 injuries. We're playing a midfield of Casemiro and Ugarte. Like, no disrespect, bro. Come on, what are we doing in 2026?
Yeah, no, I hear that.
And we're running that midfield.
I just feel like
bro, all it takes is Casemiro to have 1 stinker, and then we just have nothing. Because we can't rely on Ugarte next to him, and Main is in and out of the team with injuries or whatever all season. He hasn't found any consistency.
Let's be real. Back 4's calm. It will get away with it till the end of the season. The back 4 is competent, yeah? Midfield is...
The back 4 is fine, and the front line is fine. The midfield, you need at least 1 midfielder, bro.
As long as you play 3 and you give them simple instructions, they'll be fine, because these teams in the league are not the best at the moment. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like... And we're lucky because the teams ahead of us are like this. With results,
I agree.
Everyone is in a yo-yo
obviously,
right now.
Look, Staffy, am I saying it's going to be comfortable? No. Am I saying that we're going to still see gaps and stuff like that? Yeah, but obviously, like, we've watched 2.5 years of football where the manager vacates the midfield every week. So if you just fill the midfield, that's a start.
No, I agree with you. I mean, we saw yesterday, we brought in an under-18s coach, and he coached probably the best game of the season so far.
100%.
So it just shows you how the margin of improvement was much larger and much more applicable than the margin of just going less, because we just couldn't get any worse than like 32% win rate. It just, there's not enough space left for you to get worse. It's much easier to get better. But with how close top 4 is, and as you said, how inconsistent all the other teams are, if you are 1 midfielder away of being just a comfortable team, and I do believe that we can go on a run of games where we win like 5 in a row with a competent manager, you go ahead and do it, because you're crying out loud for Champions League football. You're crying out loud for Europe, and this is probably the most open getting a European position ever was. Just go get 1 midfielder.
There's 2 positions available, I think. For me, 4. I think 3rd might be locked in with Aston Villa, but I think for me, left winger is paramount, because Cunha ain't it on that left hand side. I'm sorry, man. Like, maybe a left 10, but left winger.
I don't think that's paramount. I don't think that's paramount at all. I feel like in January you're going to get maximum. You're going to get 2 signings if you're lucky. Yeah. Me, if it had to be 1 right now, it's just going to be a midfielder, and I'm cool.
I agree.
The Mandem won't make it work, innit? You know what I'm saying?
Give me a midfielder. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's being proactive and going for it. If we do that, then I think for me, top 4, top 5, whatever you call it, can be got. But the problem is though, like with Ollie, we don't know what Ollie's style's gonna be. By the way, we need to find out what Ollie's style is. Carrick one seems to be a bit more understandable, but with Ollie, you don't know how he's gonna play. Like, what if he vacates him and feel like he did maybe on like the freestyle football? You know what I mean?
Are you just accepting?
He didn't really vacate the midfield, though.
Are you not just
I wouldn't
accepting
say that.
Ollie already?
Am I accepting Ollie?
No, I'm saying, have you not just accepted this Ollie Gunnar Solskjær already?
I think it might be Carrick.
No, Saeed's been remixing the tunes and that. He's ready. You're not hearing?
Yeah, I'm ready. Man. Ollie's at the wheel.
Ready to go. He's ready, man.
Yeah.
Did you sing that yet, Saeed?
No, it don't make sense. He doesn't. I can't remix it. There's not one. I tried to do Mainu's Mac Born and Bread. That's the one that only makes sense. But other two, I haven't got names for it, man. Maybe Texino can help, man. He's got the tunes and that.
If they bring him back, they might as well bring back Sancho as well. Then this is what we're doing.
What were the names we're in the first song? We got what?
Saeed, yeah, you want Ollie back, yeah?
Look at this. This is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Nobody didn't hear anything. He didn't hear anything, yeah. Man didn't hear anything.
Jordan is ready to smoke right now. Go at him when we're
I
there.
didn't say I want Ollie back. I don't want Ollie back. I want him.
You're remixing the songs. You're the remixer now.
No,
eh?
he wants good vibes.
DJ Saeed, forget Khaled. DJ Saeed, mate, yeah. DJ Saeed settings, yeah? Remixer Saeed, yeah? Is that what we're on, yeah?
I'm here, man. I'm here, man. But what?
I see Saeed. I see it, you know. I mean, I can tell by the body language, man. Like, you know what I mean? You're like,
Bro,
you know what I mean? Ollie's at the wheel. He wants those settings,
You know what
yeah?
it is? Me and Daddy are gonna be having beef again, man. Me and Daddy were beefing for 5 years on the 3 years on the Ollie, man. Danny Devil the details, Paul.
Can I just ask you guys a genuine question? If it's Ollie, why do you think they're hiring him?
Because he came, bro, the guy ran to the job, bro. You seen him in Winslow. The guy got cold, yeah. Got on a private jet, was in Winslow by an hour. Like he's bro. Like, I'm not saying Ollie's a desperate guy, yeah, but bro, let's be honest here. This guy is ready to do whatever it takes. He is though. He's desperate because now, if he does well, yeah, he's gonna get another job after this. So he knows what the situation is. So I don't know if I can trust a guy that's desperate for the job. I'd rather not have a guy that's desperate.
Let me answer the question. It's an easy propaganda spin for these man. Let's be real now.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
Easy propaganda spin.
Thank you, Leon. See, Saeed waffled, yeah?
No.
Leon
I
went
said
straight into it. Why is he a propaganda plan? Why is he a Leon? Explain it to the people, please.
I said Ineos know what they're doing here because what it does is it distracts everyone from the problem of what's happened and they get Ollie and it's a good feel factor. I've said it already. Like, I know what Ineos are doing. It's clear.
Thank you, Saeed. Thank you.
I know what they're trying to do. Ollie's that one person that people struggle to hate. That's what it is as well.
That's
they're
what I'm
going to use
saying.
that one as well.
You need something to get the fans together, I'll be honest.
And Ollie's the guy.
And you need someone who kind of understands the club. I know you guys said it's a buzzword or whatever. I disagree with you guys.
Staffy, I'll be honest. Anyone advocating for this, yeah, is just nonsense. It's crazy.
I've already about. Let
me hear what Ryan's got. Let me hear what Ryan's got.
Estrella, what do you want then? Estrella, what do you want then? Who's your guy? Who do you want, Ryan?
Saeed, I'm gonna show you my tweet from a couple days ago.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, the fact that we're going for Ollie, the fact that he's a possibility is a worry for me. That's dodgy. That's mad. The fact that it could be him. Like, I can't. It doesn't sit right with me at all. That's why I'm not even.
Rhino, what does it tell you about Ineos?
We're talking about interim right now. Both parties, but both parties are desperate. Bro, both parties are desperate. Of course, they were going to be linked. Both parties are desperate. Manchester United are desperate to salvage something from the season, and it's the same thing with Ollie. But it's clear that these lot don't want to make the same mistake that they made last year and go and hire someone like straight away within 2 to 3 weeks without any thought and a great interview. Like it shouldn't work like that. And hey, Estrella, don't get it twisted. I can be on not both sides of the fence, but I'm onto Ineos, bro. But I see the reality of the situation, innit? It's like we're not gonna get rid of them. Like no one's gonna get rid of them for a while, innit? So I'm onto Ineos. They should be gone. They have not hit any of the targets expected of them. But it is where it is, innit? So with them being here, what can we do in order to proceed, innit? How can we proceed?
Yeah. Wait, 1 sec, yeah. Before what Rhino said, innit? You're saying Ineos. Ineos is Jim, yeah. Barada and Wilcox are employees. They're interchangeable. And then what I was saying earlier with the Ollie thing, I know the propaganda. it pulls on people's heartstrings because he was part of a good feel factor when he was around when Saeed TV was here. He's a hero, blah, blah, blah. So when the results turn bad or whatever, people are not going to be as strong-winded on the hierarchy. So he's just there as a distraction to buy time. But my thing is this. He failed. I know it doesn't matter how desperate you are. If you failed, you don't go back to what made you fail to try and help you again. That doesn't make sense. In no walk of life.
You didn't fail on what our objective is right now for the next 4 or 5 months.
So for 8 months, you just want to not even an interim. You want somebody who's a therapist, then basically. So because he makes everyone lighthearted, he makes the work.
I want someone to come in with what he done interim. What was it? 74% win rate that could get us top 4
with a way better squad.
Be cutthroat. Have no emotions to the manager.
The first time he was here, compared the first time he was here to when he's gonna, if he was now the squads, it's 2 separate squads, bro. In terms of talent,
man's got dead ballers. Back in the day, it was a Mandem that give him that points in the first 10 games. What are we doing here? I just want to say this. Listen, whoever the interim is, and I wanted to come back at Staffy before, what I'm saying to you, partly the season's written off. The only way a football club, right, can ever make sure and the interim is not, and the players and the staff, and especially the players with the coach, whoever it is, that the season gets written off, is that if the coach is given an incentive to apply for the real job. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
Because it's a waste of time for him. And then because he won't have the level of intensity and energy that needs to motivate the players to get the points that's needed for the objective, right? So if what I want to just get the audience come across is that the incentive has got to be he is a contender for when the real job comes up.
I disagree with that. I disagree with that because, like, with Ollie would take that job whether the incentive was offered in the contract or not, bro.
Yeah,
and that's a fact.
I agree.
I could put everything on that.
Yeah,
he would take the job.
I think for me,
even for 1 month,
it's the fan base. I think the fan base is a problem. I don't think it's the manager.
Yeah,
Ollie wants the job. I don't think it's the fans that advocate.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah, I think it's not Ollie or Carrick.
There's a lot of revisionism going on, Saeed. That's why. And I'll be honest, under Ole is probably the best we all felt as fans. I know that it wasn't the most successful time, but for all being honest here, I think it was the most. It was the best we felt as fans since Sir Alex.
Because the Mandem was slapping goals in. We became 4 goals FC. And it was only the beginning.
No, that was under Mourinho.
When he got
we
the
were 4-0 FC.
Oh yeah.
It was Manchester United. That was the best. We loved that team, and the NHS team. We had a couple good teams under Ole. Saeed loves the NHS team.
You guys are saying it like I want Ollie to sign a 3-year contract. I said until the end of the season, try and do something, and then that's it. That's it.
What do you want though? Let me ask you, Estrella, what do you want? You come here, for the past half an hour, and you've not said what you want. I want to know what you want because I know you've been strong about Ineos. I know you've been strong about the board. What do you want from now until the end of the season? And who's your permanent manager?
He wants Southgate, man. That's what he wants.
No, and I've said this already. Like, there's people that are employed that earn 6-7 figures a year to make these decisions. It's not about what I want. It's just what a competent body of staff would have done. Like,
no, but we know that.
Who would you choose, Estrella, man? Estrella, who would you choose, man?
I definitely wouldn't choose. Ollie wouldn't even be anywhere near my list.
Who would be your interim?
Of course, so who would be your
interim?
I promise I couldn't give you a name. I wouldn't give. I wouldn't give it to Carrick either. So
who would be your permanent manager? And who's someone?
Right now, who would be
names that you like in it? Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to tell you either because I don't.
Bro, you can't be so strong. On one side of the fence.
Am I allowed to rebuttal, please? The reason why this is not me jumping, like being on the fence. The reason why I can't give a definitive answer is because one, do I know what I'm doing with the current players in the squad? Because I know what the type of manager I would have employed before Amarin, before Ten Hag. No, remember when we was Saeed, I came onto your stream ages ago and I said I didn't want any of these guys. I wanted Zidane. I think we had Ronaldo, Sancho, or whatever around that time. And I said he's probably the best to coach all these stars at that current juncture. Didn't get him. Right now, I'm telling you, with all the players that we have on the contracts, the players that are on loan that might come back, all of that stuff, I don't know what manager would be good for us.
Which one appeals to you the most? De Zerbi, Iriola, Glasner, Xavi. Who else is out there? Which one would you say?
They all do, but underneath a competent body of staff. I thought Ruben Amorim would have impressed me when he came here. He did. I thought Ten Hag could have impressed me. He didn't, because I saw what he done at Ajax.
What do you call that, guys, when
I
you just run out of...
I thought he was going to impress me.
Okay.
He didn't, because he wasn't backed properly. So that's why I'm saying it doesn't really matter what manager you get in here. If they're not going to be backed properly, it's not proper structure, it doesn't matter.
But we have to move on, though. We have to find a way of living with that. You know what I mean? And unfortunately,
yeah, and I said, go free, hire who you want to hire. I don't really care. But those people that are also employees need to be gone, and that needs to be changed as well.
Yeah, I think Fletcher is going to take Brighton, but the thing is, though, Oli or Carrick's going to be there for the Man City game, innit? So we all are in agreement that, you know, Fletcher's got Brighton. But then imagine we lose to Brighton and the season's over in terms of cup competitions. So that's, again, it's negligence from the board, because now you're out of the competition and you can't really go mad at Fletcher. You got to go mad at the board. Then it's a case of, right, you're bringing a manager in before the game against Man City. You know what I mean? Like, you've got to be quick, man. We need to be understanding that we can't just go off vibes until the end of the season, guys. We need to have some level of tactical nous, man. Yeah, it's a lot of games left, guys. You don't think we got like a few games left? This ain't no mess about, you know. This is like 17 games left of the season, guys. We've got a lot of games, bro. Like the whole of January, whole of February, whole of March, whole of April.
A lot of points to be won in games.
A lot of place, yeah, man.
Can I just also ask you, if Oli does get the job, yeah, do you think that his formation style, the way he plays football, suits our current team now?
I don't think it's all that. I don't think it's all that.
What's that?
Mad thing.
Yo, man. Okay.
Yo,
yeah, go on.
I don't think it's that. I think Ollie's just gonna unlock the players. Do you know what I mean? I don't think there's any mad tactical awareness of Ollie. I don't think there's any mad system like that. I think he will just set them up, and the players will do the job in it. Just like not a little bit more, and they'll make them feel good. That's kind of what it is. I don't think it's. I personally don't break down Ollie's tactics like that. That's my thing in it. Do you know what I mean? Maybe Texino can see more than me, and he breaks down ball. I don't know, but I don't see it like that in it.
If that's the case, I'd prefer to have Carrick by himself, not Ollie.
Oh, 100%. Same.
Yeah.
Bro, I wouldn't even mind seeing that experience, man. Bro, I don't mind, you know. I'm not one of these fans where it's like, give me Ollie or it's all or nothing. No, bro. Like, honestly, I don't care. As long as there's an objective towards the end of the season, there's no way I'm writing off this season. No chance, bro. No chance.
Same.
Especially what's going on around us, man. This season's abysmal.
So look at all the teams around us, bro. If you bring back Ollie, you're going to bring back players like Sancho, bring back players like Rasmus.
How can I do that in the space of 4 months, bro? What, in January?
No, because he's not really playing at Aston Villa, so they could just recall him back in January instead of buying him.
No.
They're not going to do that, though, man.
Recall who?
That's not realistic, bro.
Okay.
Ollie will not recall
since we're getting the failures again. All right, then.
Nah, why not? I don't think that's gonna happen, man. I think he even knows he's a bit more self-aware now. Even when
I'm being sarcastic. If Ollie's gonna come back after him failing, why don't we just give it to start everyone else as well? Why not?
That's a shout. But I think for me, we gotta be ready, man.
What I'm saying, guys, this is what I have to deal with. United fans, it's just negative 24s. No, 24s. Even when they're trying to proceed and say, "All right, cool, I don't even mind what I want," it's like you're still. Bro, at the end of the day, we actually all need to come together as fans. Look at our fan base, bro.
I agree.
Look at our fan base.
I had Amr and Innes, bro. Amr and Innes are going mad.
Saeed, you know what it is?
Bro, that's what they're the biggest joke, because now, when they were the most positive 2 weeks ago, bro, now they're the most negative fans. It doesn't make sense.
I'm not doing hate.
Weirdos, bro. I'll tell you that. The biggest fucking weirdos. I don't understand the manager FC culture. I don't fucking get it, bro.
Player FC, bro. What's the player FC?
Wallahi, it's worse than player FC. Because players at least stay at the club for about 10 years. And they actually give you something on the pitch where you can see, look at them and be like, you know what? I remember that moment and how I felt when you scored that goal. What the fuck does that manager give you? What pleasure do you get from watching a manager in the fucking dugout? Oh, but he was dressed in a Monclesi.
Huh?
Shut the fuck up. What you mean by that? Who gives a fuck what he was wearing? I just don't get him, bro. I don't fucking get him.
He was wearing he came in a Monclesi and left in Primani, blood. You get it? Over there, it's Target, my boy. You get
Man got paid 50 million.
I don't fucking get him, bro. And then he got people, by the way, there was people laughing yesterday when we were down 1-0. Don't make me name him again. Don't make me name him again. You know who I'm talking about, Saeed.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Bro.
Laughing out at us being 1-0 down.
Bro, my comments here on my Instagram saying, yo, man, this is why you wanted Amrin out, yeah? I said, brother, do you have the cheek here? No, real, they said to me, yo, you deserve this for being Amrin out. I said, broski, we probably would have lost that on the Amrin last night, man. Come on, man. It's petty behavior, bro. But this is what we've come to now.
That's the most shots we had on a game site since 2016, by the way.
I know.
Under Fletcher yesterday. And people say, it's the best thing. People are like, but we're playing 19th Burnley. Well, guess what? Last week we played 28th place Wolves at home and they out XG us. What the fuck are we doing here, bro? Are you trying to manipulate me, bro? Like I ain't watching football with my eyes. Sesko was a bust a week ago and then he goes yesterday and he has 8 shots in a game. And he registers 2 goals. 7 of them, by the way, on target. Come on, man. We're not clowns. We know how to watch football, man.
Duffy, you're not completely wrong here, but I don't think it's just down to one game. Like, let's
of course, it's not one game. Now, I can't promise you that's going to happen against the Brighton game. But let's be honest, Estrella. How refreshing was it watching yesterday's game? You can look at the players. You can just tell when a player feels liberated on the pitch. Facts. No more restrictions. No more stupid defending. How many defenders do we have on the pitch versus having attackers?
The game management was good for me. I felt like the subs were at the right time. It just felt like the whole progression across the whole 90 minutes felt tactically, we're going in the right way. So that's what I enjoyed the most. But where Australia's coming from is that he just doesn't trust the structure to get it right this time because they've got so
I don't think anyone does, though, Musa, Rhino, but we all know that's not going to happen.
We got to be positive,
Rhino, we all know we don't trust
we have
them.
to manage our expectations.
Staffy, it's not about being negative. I'm not being negative. Like, what Rhino
I know you're not. I get you.
It's true. And Tex, I'm happy to, like, when you're saying, just to move forward with you, of course, we just have to move on in life. And obviously, there's an opportunity to get into Europe, in it. So let's try and take it. Let's not write off the season. But my thing is this. If you're going to continue to make decisions for the footballing side, these people that are still getting it wrong, they have to at some point be accountable for their actions. I'm not saying
we hold them accountable. Though.
Wait, but I'm not saying wait, because everyone does Ineos. These people are not Ineos; they're employees. Sir Jim is Ineos, so I'm saying, if people are failing under
technically, Murata is Ineos as well.
I hear
because I swear he's like the CEO or something.
Yeah, but the CEO, you can also get a new CEO.
No, but I'm saying he's an Ineos employee before he's a United employee, is what I'm trying to say.
But you understand the concept of what I'm saying, though. If these people are failing around you, they should be interchanged to try and make the right decisions going forward. That's what I'm trying to say.
They're basically all movable. I agree with you. The only one who's technically not movable is Jim because he owns Ineos.
Because the argument everyone says to me is that, there's too many players, too many wages. It's a bit hard. And the manager is the easiest pawn to move because he's an individual. I also see them as employees. That's why I think if you was to change that, everything else improves. It's just naturally.
Yeah.
Let me get your super chat. I know you want to do super chat side, but just to add to his point, I agree with you in that term because I'll tell you what. I think at some point, Jim has to realize that he put too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yep.
We've seen it happen with what's his name, my man, Dan Ashworth. And then you got Vivell, and then you got, what's his name, Wilcox, who actually got his duties upgraded since like last year. So he holds a higher position now than he did about a year ago. You had too many people going against each other's decisions, and that's not proper way to do business. The proper way to do business is you need to have someone who has a vision, and you need to have people who believe in that vision. You can't all apply what you want to do. Someone needs to be the leader, and someone needs to be the believer. When you look at all the decisions we've been making, Dan Ashworth got sacked. Why? Because he didn't want Ruben Amorim. He ended up being right, and we all probably owe him an apology a year later. Then you got Wilcox, who was against it, but he was a little bit of a yes man. He was like, I don't want it, but fuck it. If you guys want to do it, I'll ride with you guys. And it ended up being wrong. Someone needs to be held accountable for all these wrong decisions, because these wrong decisions go from not sacking Ten Hag, which they admitted. I read an article in I think it was in June, when Omar Barada had the interview with The Athletic or something. He admitted all the mistakes. The mistakes started with the not sacking Ten Hag on time. They admitted that was wrong. The hiring Ruben Amorim mid-season, they said they underestimated how much it could impact their season, and they expected to go that bad. So there you go. You didn't study or do your homework enough. And some other decisions that had to do with the tickets and this and that, and announcing Project 28 or whatever the fuck they said. so many mistakes that they've done. And when you're being honest, bro, working at United at that level should be a low tolerance to error type of job. There should be a very, very low tolerance, because it's not like you're working for any other company. When you work for these big companies, there's very, very, very small margin for error that they allow you. The fact that we're giving people like Barada this amount of margin for about 2 years to make all these mistakes and then come out and apologize for them and then say, I promise we'll do better next time. And then the next time you still make another mistake. I agree with you. I don't understand why someone like him hasn't paid for his crimes yet. He is someone that should have been moved already. But so, go ahead, Saeed.
Let me get these super chats in. Big up to everyone locked in. Let's get to 1,000 likes before we wrap up. It's Mike says, Ollie shouldn't be anywhere near this club. The season we finished second was a COVID season with no fans. As soon as fans came in, we started losing. We lost 5-0 with this bozo in charge to Liverpool. That was bad. You can't beat Burnley. What do you mean, lol? Top 4 is a must, says Abdelaziz. I am anti-Ollie as interim. The season he got sacked. He lost 5-0 at home to Liverpool, 2-0 to City, which should have been 6-0. I haven't forgotten, but some fans have. Big up my guy Ned, who says Ineos need to find a manager right now and buy him out of his contract and support him with the players starting this January. If we bring in Carrick or Ollie, we'll finish below 7th. Mark my words. African Giant says branching out, feet, the rants and bands. Can't wait. Bang of an episode incoming. Okay, carry on, Jamal. Yeah, that is coming out tomorrow as well, by the way. Carrick interim, Nagelsmann for next season. Vival worked with Nagelsmann at RB Leipzig. Big up Abdelaziz says, if Ollie becomes interim, I hope Man United lose match after match. We will finish 14th with him. He's the worst of the worst. Hit the likes and sub. Carrick was the brains behind Ollie's reign. This will trigger Nuruddin, but really a subservient thing, or just being able to work with sport in technical team like every run club. Just Walker says, truth about the United DNA is that it's a vibe like Madrid, whereas Barca Ajax, it's a tactical philosophy. They have actual handbooks. That's why it's hard to pin down. We all know, we'll know it when we see it. Big up to says Leon Rants, the Kings of Ineos vision. I told you, Saeed, I told you so, that you need the best in class. Talking don't mean shit, action does. Free Palestine, big up to you, man. And Saeed, Nuruddin, all you need to, except Rants and Leon, need to create a group chat. Fans solely want the owners and organize protests. 1958 doing FO, invite me. Big up to you as well. Listen, it's been a good conversation, man. And hopefully by next week, we should have the Ole Gunnar Solskjær or Carrick appointment out, and then we'll see where we're at right now, man. So we will be there, man. We will be there. And I think there was one more. Are you ready for Semenyo in sky blue? Get out of here, you, man. Leon, man, pleasure, man. Good to be back. Hopefully we'll get to see you more often, and hopefully you get me a smashing your goals for 2026, bro. Big up to you, man.
Yeah, man, out here building my community, man. Do you know what I mean? Proud of my people and my city, man. We're putting on the map. But yeah, you know what it is? It's because we do track sessions on a Wednesday, and literally when you lot are doing the stream, I'm on the way there, innit? So I'm going to try and jump on a little bit more. Might even just jump on my phone.
Yo, King, we miss you, man. We miss you, man. The show's never the same without you, King. Trust me.
We're getting there. Do you know what it is? Like, my community demands a lot in it, so obviously, it's not like Estrella knows
the
me.
community, man. This is your community, man. Mandem.
Of course, man. We have to balance in. Estrella knows what I've gone in it. Me and him do the same thing. Still running Estrella. Still out here running, yeah?
No, I've been doing Muay Thai, innit? So next week, I'm going to jump back on track.
Mad thing. Kicking man's head off a joke. Mad thing. Crazy.
I respect it, man. Bro, I love martial arts, so I respect it.
Yeah, that's cold.
But yeah, no, Saeed, man.
Big up everyone.
Listen, we go for round 2, but go ahead, Leon.
I was just going to say I'm proud of everyone, really, man. I'm watching from afar. Do you know what I mean? Stuff, his channel's growing, he's doing his thing. I got some brothers out there you can collab with, actually, stuff. I need to speak to you. Tech Zeno is flying right now. Do you know what I mean? And then I see Rhino pulling up to OT and that. Do you know what I'm saying? And I see, like, do you know what I mean? Saeed with the burner and that, just chilling. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, man.
Hey, listen, Rhino promised me VIP tickets when it comes to New York, so I'm still waiting for that, bro.
Yeah,
he told me he's selling out MSG, bro. Listen,
when we're there, we're lit, man. We're gonna be lit.
I'm letting you know, I can't get an MSG easily right now. It's like $800 right now to get an MSG. So
but
when Rhino arrives, I need that free ticket.
You know what it is? This is a lesson in life, people. This is a lesson in life, people. Yeah, the law of attraction is a real thing, man. Put yourself out there with people that are doing things, yeah, and it will attract more people. And trust me, when you're on your feed and I'm watching what you man are doing, it's very inspiring. Do you know what I mean? So, and Saeed, biggest shout out to you, man, because look at this from United Central days, from 800 subs and 600 subs, and look at this guy's doing now. So, and he's still the same brother. And Nuruddin, always holding Saeed accountable. I hear it, man.
Come on. Big up to you, man.
Somebody has to, Leon. Somebody has to.
Yeah,
I'm holding all you man accountable. All you
the Giddy FC thing, innit?
You've all listen. You've all joined Ty. You know what I mean? Tyrone. You've all started. I'm telling you, Ty started building fences and then started dashing it about the Mandem. Everybody wants to sit on the fence now, yeah?
Yeah, big up, man. Big up to Staffy as well.
Show your face if you're calling shots, yeah? Bye.
Yeah, exactly. Staffy, love for coming on, bro. Big up to you.
Yo,
No, love, bro. Listen, I was looking for what's his name. You know who I'm always looking for. Faz. Listen, Faz. Every time I just watch this guy on YouTube, on Twitter, it's just, bro, I'm sick of this guy.
Wait. Let's do this properly. Let's do this properly. Saeed, put him on the single screen. Message to Faz, please. Let's do this properly. You know how we do it. Yeah, put Staffy on the screen. Yeah,
okay.
Why am I on a single screen? To call out Faz.
Message to Faz, man.
Nah, listen, I already sent him a message on my channel yesterday. I know he didn't watch it. I said, when I come to England, me and Saeed, we're going to dash him through a table, bro. We're going to do the Dudley boys. We're going to give him a 3D. We're going to give him a double choke slam like we're the Undertaker and Kane, bro. Because this guy, I don't know what happened to him when he went to Turkey. They took particles of his brain, I'm convinced. They didn't take just parts of his scalp. It has to be his brain. So, Faz, we'll see you. When I come to England, we'll see you, man. That's my message to him. But listen, shout out to everyone here, obviously. It's always a pleasure. Big up to everyone here. Leon, it was nice seeing you. It's been a while since I seen you. Rhino, you know what time it is. Strella, Taxino, Noureddin, even though today he's behind the cams, we can't see him. But shout out Noureddin every time. And big up to the chat, man. I'm like 8 subs away, by the way, from like 8K. So I know there's 8 of you here who hasn't subbed. But yeah, man, we're gonna keep calling out these fake United fans on the channel. That's my new dedication. I'm no longer doing analytics, bro. Anyone who's gonna sit there and celebrate Burnley goals, we're gonna call you out, bro, because I'm sick of you. You know, and especially on this side of the world, bro. If you live in the US, I'm not even focused on the UK Mandem no more. I'm focused on the US Mandem. And if I don't like what you're doing, bro, and you're seeking a gig with the club, and you don't give a fuck about the club for real, and you're just trying to, do the Abrigado brothers, we're calling you out, bro. That's what we're doing. So, but yeah, big up to everyone, man. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff.
Yeah, there you go, people. Rhino, big up to you, man. New freestyle out, man. Come on.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. Check the socials, man. We obviously dropped the Manchester freestyle. We dropped the wedding freestyle as well. That's going crazy on TikTok.
Yeah, I see that as well.
A new joint coming out in a couple of weeks. We're going to announce the date next week. But yeah, man, big up everyone. Big up all the guys. Big up the Mandems. Good to see Australia as well. Faz, listen, come outside. You're talking was in the group chat. Talking rubbish. And you're not even trying to pull up. This is mad. I see the video as well, Staffy. I was shocked. He's probably saying that Ineos' biggest mistake. And nah, Faz, man, you need to come and answer for this because, bro, Anyway, guys, big up the guys. Big up the Mandem as always. You guys like up the video. Keep an eye on the socials. We've got some stuff coming out. And yeah, just big up everyone as always, man. And let's see what Ineos have got because like the man, we have to be ready for this, This could go very, very bad. So I'm just here to add the balance. Mandem, it could get worse from here. Don't think it's all rosy and 4 at the back and we're back. Bro, it can get worse. So Mandem, just be a bit balanced because trust me, I'm not having my heart broken again. This club's done too much damage.
See how Leon left us with a positive message, and then you just made it all doom and gloom again. This is why we rate Leon, man.
Well, one stream away. Emergency stream.
Like Leon just made me want to get up and just run a marathon, and you just made me just want to go to bed and not watch football again. See the difference?
Yeah, big up, man. Big up, Ryan. Big up Texino as well, man.
Yeah, man. Big up, man. Look, listen, same old. You know where to find me on all your socials, mashing up your algorithms. This is poetic justice. With the amount of United content I put out in the last couple of weeks, this might be poetic injustice. However, go check out my latest videos. I am now on YouTube live. Go and check out my YouTube as soon as possible. Last video, obviously clearly on, the Burnley United game, talking about the new kid on the block. There's a new one-legged Paralympian, and his name is Shea Lacey. The ball was screaming, lace me. But instead, he went for the whipsy. So go back to that. Go check it out. Mandem, obviously, Leon, love seeing you again. I'm seeing the content as well. Big up. It's healthy as well, man. So it's great. It's positive. And it's something that I'm looking to take on as well. But I need to go on some 5Ks and that in the mornings and that. Staffy, big up as well. Bro, I don't even know what time it is over there. So respect the grind. Estrella, nice to see you again, my corporate brother. Rhino, you know how it is. Same way. Saeed, Same old, man. Big up the chat. Hopefully we get to 1K as soon as possible, and that's it, bruv.
Come on, definitely, man. Link in the description, people. Make sure you follow up Texino. Estrella as well. Big up Estrella, man, as well. Love for coming on.
No, I appreciate it all the time, man. Good to see you guys. It's been a long time, man.
Yeah, big up to you. Big up to you, man.
Oh, what, Saeed? What? No predictions for the Brighton game.
No. Allow that.
Let me know.
Rhino loves predictions, you know. Rhino loves predictions.
I gotta mention something.
It's just interesting how the Mandem think. That's why it makes me
I can't be out.
I
love predictions. Like, no more predictions now.
I'll give you a prediction. Better football than Amarin. Good prediction.
Yeah, that's it.
Wait. What? I have to check you on one prediction. How dare you go to Twitter and say that Côte d'Ivoire, the Ivory Coast, is going to embarrass my nation? What is wrong with you? You are going against Egypt every game right now.
You're getting
cooked. South Africa, you went with Angola.
Salah.
Respect my nation. That's all I'm saying, bro.
You're getting cooked, man.
Respect my nation.
We'll see then. We'll see. If you win, then you can cook me. But if not, then hold it. Nuruddin, are you going live tonight? Are you want to plug anything, Nuruddin?
No. Listen, bro, I'm in bed, bro.
Man. Get well, man. Get well.
Listen, this flu knocked me out, man. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but be careful, guys. Boost your immune system. All the melanated people, take your vitamin D if you're in the UK, man. Make sure you got vitamin C as well. Look after each other. Trust me, because this is mad, man. But love to everybody. Yeah, I look forward to whatever's going to happen to Manchester United, but my argument stands, and yet again, I get vindicated. Every 6 months, every year, I get vindicated again and again and again. But big up Strella, big up Leon, big up Staffy, big up Rhino, big up Tech, big up everybody who's jumping on, big up everybody in the comments. Please smash a like on the video and subscribe to the channel, innit? And it's all love. But yeah, the players are not as good as what we think. And if Ineos really cared about Manchester United, they would go and get midfielders in January. Get 2 on loan at least. Yeah. Peace, love, take care, people.
Peace, love, people. I'll be back later on for the Arsenal reaction video. Hopefully, Arsenal win and Liverpool are in the mud. Guys, we'll be back next Wednesday. Mandem talk, and more people will be held accountable. We are out. Take care.